You're not allowed to say that. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a little Dicey.
Oh my God, you're crying.
Say that. Okay. Hello, everyone. Oh my God. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to a little Dicey D&D. My name is Salvador Sabraca, and I am your dungeon master for here and forevermore until the day that I am stolen away by our alien overlords and assimilated into their systems by way of anal probing. Anyway, so
Wait, that's how you die?
It's a nice surprise ending.
we'll see what happens. I don't know. You gotta say
That's when
fair
it stops
enough.
working here.
Yeah, this is how I stopped DMing. I could die. Anyways, so welcome, you guys. If you're new, I'm so sorry. Welcome back to those of you who have been here before and understand how dumb I am. As you can probably tell by some of our announcements earlier and the title of tonight's episode, what's included in there at the very least, tonight we are sponsored by HelloFresh. I'm sure they're going to love that joke at the top of the show. We're going to talk a little bit about that for a second before we jump in. It's going to be sort of infused with our announcements and everything. So speaking of that, Michaela, why don't we take it to the full party here? So this is the full party, of course, everyone. Everybody wave. Incredible. All right, stop. All right, yeah, enough of this.
Can I get another take?
You want to do another take? Yeah. All right, everybody, only Matt wave. Yeah, that's a good boy. He's so handsome. Okay, so like we just said, we are sponsored actually for the rest of the month by HelloFresh. Tonight is the sort of official sponsored stream. So we have a few things to talk about with that first off. So if you guys have never used HelloFresh before, it is a meal delivery service. They ship you these preconceived meals and everything, just all the ingredients, nice, perfectly packaged. The packaging is sustainable as well. Everything can be recycled, which is really wonderful. I very much so appreciate that. And they send you all these fresh ingredients and then just a tutorial on how to cook the dish that you're making. You can choose between a whole bunch of different recipes that they have on their website, and each one of them has like a timer for how long it should take you to cook things. And it's perfect for a whole bunch of different kinds of lifestyles. Whether you are a part of a family, they have things dedicated strictly to family meals, like 4 servings per recipe and all these things. Or if you're a bachelor or whatever, or just doing your thing, you can get individual size meals and all that jazz. So they have meals that accommodate for different health reasons and different diets. What is going on over there?
You said for bachelors, and she just looked at me.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
idiot. Anyways, idiot. You dummy. So that's what Jenna said. I didn't say that. So they really are wonderfully accommodating to any type of lifestyle or diet or anything like that. I use HelloFresh. Garrett, I know that you've used it before in the past. I don't know if you. I use it periodically when I can, just because I like the recipes, and when I see something nice,
we've used it before too.
Oh, wonderful! Raise up the hands of everybody who's used HelloFresh before. Now, everybody point and laugh at Jenna, and not Jamie. Jamie, you point and laugh at her now. Yeah, you idiot. Okay, good. We got her.
We never gang up on Jenna.
This is so dumb. Okay. Yeah, girls in gaming, yes. Okay.
We support.
Yes.
This is going great so far. You guys can use our link or go to HelloFresh.com and use the code POGSE158. You'll be able to see that just below me on our screen if you can't follow that. Anyways, you can get up to 16 free meals across 6 separate orders and 3 surprise gifts as well. Those gifts can range between an entirely new meal or a couple of their new appetizers that they also provide. Basically, that amounts to it's also free shipping too. So don't forget that, which is wonderful. The shipping is usually like $10, so $10 off. Sweet. On that straight away. All of that basically amounts to half off of at least your first order, and then it sort of like diminishes after each next order after that. But they are a cancel anytime subscription, so you can try them out and see how you feel. You're gonna really love it. I know I do. I'm sure pretty much everyone who's tried it really loves it. Their recipes are wonderful, and I highly recommend them. So we may or may not have an additional sort of dedicated little thing with them in the future, so look out for that. I'll keep you guys updated. We're still working out the kinks on that, just to make sure. But definitely use our link. You can find it in the Discord. Our bot is going to periodically link that here and there. Which it just happened. Amazing. And then if you want to check that out at any time and you don't want to wait for the bot, you can use the command !HelloFresh and it'll pop right up in chat. So thank you, HelloFresh. Good stuff. So in addition to that, we've got some other quick announcements before we jump into tonight's episode. So Garrett, if you'd like to take it away.
Right. We got a bunch of social media stuff because we want everyone to know where we are and what we're doing all the time. So we got Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. It's the singularity, fuckers. YouTube and Tumblr. TikTok and Tumblr, it's just a little dicey. And then for the other ones, it's a little dicey D&D. Follow us on Twitter for updates about what's going on. I've been trying to jump on there more and interact with people, so please at me for funsies. Instagram will always have updates and stuff too. I try to take pictures and clips and stuff. The YouTube will have all of our VODs and stuff like that. And TikTok will have TikToks.
Yep.
And then
a lot of the TikToks are clips from the show, stuff like that. Sometimes you get little announcements from me and stuff like that on there. So definitely follow us on there. And
then Tumblr is actually entirely the purview of Jenna because I don't go to that hell site.
You'd be surprised. It's the best social media site left standing. Honestly, in my opinion.
Oh, word?
By default,
Tumblr
the other ones are bad.
Yeah, every other one sucks.
It shows you the posts from all of the people you follow in chronological order with no ads. I fucking love Tumblr.
That's pretty tight.
If it weren't for the people on Tumblr, it'd be great.
I know people on Tumblr.
I know.
I love
Anyway.
it. Well, thank you, Garrett. Jenna?
Okay, so the thing that makes our D&D game very cool and kind of interesting and special is we are an audience interactive D&D game. You can get channel points by participating in the chat. We call them gold pieces, and then you can use them for things that actually impact the game. Like, you can give advantages to your favorite players. You can give disadvantage to the dungeon master.
No, don't do that.
Yes, you should.
Nope.
You can make any of us drink at any time. You can sort of rescue us from peril when we need it. You can make our sorcerer wild surge and cause magical chaos to happen. And you can create a non-player character of your own design at any time, and we'll drop them into the world and into the story. And sometimes they'll come and rescue us, and sometimes they'll die immediately, and sometimes they'll sleep with one of the player characters. Who knows what's gonna happen?
You can fuck one of our players. All you have to do is spend 5,000 channel points. You get to have sex.
And fuck one of our players.
You can
That's
try.
right. That's right.
That's my announcement. All right.
Well
Wow.
done. Matt, follow that,
Well,
please.
nope, not following that. Yeah, so we have a Discord. That's where it's kind of our central hub for everything else that we do. Come hang out. We toss ideas for sort of homebrew design things. As you're watching the show tonight, if something strikes you as funny or particularly cool, clip it and share it in there, so that when I'm up late and I'm oh so lonely, I can snuggle up with your clips to keep me warm at night.
Well, yeah, you'll get real close with the clips for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
I have trouble finding the
knows how to
clips.
find the
I can never find clips. You know, I look all the time. Yeah, my girlfriend's trying to help me out with that, but it's unfortunately.
I'm so sorry, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I mean,
Keep up the good fight.
You see, the joke is that it sounds close to clips.
I got it.
Yeah, we got it.
anyway, I think I'm done.
Yeah,
Go buy some HelloFresh.
How much can we save?
You might not be able to.
HelloFresh can get you laid.
You might not be able to find the clip.
That's a fucking guarantee, dude. At the worst, if you use our link to HelloFresh, I will give you 5,000 channel points somehow, and then you can buy an NPC, and one of our players will follow you.
You cannot promise that shit. You better stop. It's not true.
All this is a joke.
We're gonna get cut off from the sponsorship.
Oh, 100%. Whatever. I don't give a fuck.
It's a parody.
Be sure to check out our friends at Super OK. They're a collection of podcasters and streamers. And also check out our friend of the show, Erin, at her Twitch stream, Little Bog Witch. I always forget, is it Little Bog Witch?
Little.
The stream channel name is Little Bog Witch. Yes.
None of them are going to want to be associated with us anymore.
Probably not.
Some of them don't watch the show.
Some of them don't watch anything. Yeah. Speaking of that, I do want to do a quick shout out again to Aaron and to producer Michaela, who's to my right. They've been working on our wiki pretty much here and there. I think they're up to episode 7 now, something like that.
Through episode 6.
Through
last I
episode 6
heard,
for sure. Episode 7, I think, is being worked on. So if you are interested in reading up on any lore that's been established without coming through like the literal, I think like 40 hours of content that we've already put out, which is wonderful. If you want to catch up on that, or if you just want to double check something or whatever, and you just want a quick reference, head to the wiki. I literally use it all the time because I forget my own lore, and I don't want to comb through all of my notes that are just like name random things when I can just go to the wiki and go, oh yeah, that's what I named that, and then I'm like, great. So definitely give that a look through. Aaron basically writes all those things, and Michaela, I know, also helps out with those extra things as well. No worries. But just want to give a quick shout out to there. So I think that does it. One last little message. Just remember, if you guys are interested in grabbing HelloFresh through us, that really supports the stream. We also have, as you can see below me right now, we have a little subscriber goal chart that really helps. We really want to add a handful of new things to the stream, and for that we put a half decent investment into this already. So it really helps us out when you guys support us, either by interacting with our sponsors, or if you are willing to just subscribe. We have some cool emotes that you can use in chat for that. And we're working on some additional things for benefits for subscribers as well. So our goal is to hopefully reach about 50 subscribers in the next couple of months. So if you're interested in doing that, please hit the subscribe button below, and that would be really wonderful. So just remember, you can use our link once again to or head to HelloFresh.com and use our code POGSE158, which you can see below me right now, for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping. So, with that being said, Michaela, why don't we begin? I'm in it. Wonderful. I'm just going to give us a little bit of ambient music. Shouts out to Schitt's Creek. I love that show.
It's a good one.
David. Okay, so that's the best impression I've ever heard. So,
that's loud.
it is loud, but actually on stream it's kind of the perfect volume. So if it's too loud for you guys, let me know. Okay.
No, it just shocked me as well.
Oh yeah, I know, right? So
I'm full of ennui.
sorry.
Nothing. Just
Got it. Yeah. No worries. Okay.
You're a writer. You know what ennui is.
When last we met, a small group of intrepid travelers came about to the small port town called Eodra on the island of Moor off the coast of Naledian, now a part of the country known as the Great Naledian Crown. These 4 intrepid adventurers, Kaz, Cassander, Kill, and Indigo, would go about spending their time on this island in this small port town, developing a few bonds between themselves through daring acts of courage, wonderful acts of kindness, and a whole bunch of dumbass shit, idiotic choices. Yes, Michaela? Turn it down a tiny bit, of course. No problem. Oh, incredible. Thank you for the heads up. Where was I? Oh, yes. You're all idiots. Yeah. And through these travels and these adventures on this island, you came to quell a centuries-long mystery. Something that had been plaguing the natives of this island along with the new settlers as well. You fought against a dark force, freed a dark force as well, but came to the aid of a great mass of innocents as well. Where we last left you, you had just returned to the town of Eodra, reporting success with the haunted figure known as Desmua. You put her to rest, a fiendish, necromantic woman who was preying on some of the townsfolk of Eodra, but unbeknownst to everyone else, doing it for possibly justified vengeful reasons. After taking care of Desmua, you returned to the lair of Shadow Chieftain Gore's Black Tongue, fulfilling a covenant that one of you perhaps have made with him, if not all of you, and freeing him from a centuries-long curse, decades rather, long curse, inflicted upon him by Desmua as well. Now that the small town has been sort of cleansed from any sort of imminent danger, you find yourselves secluded, for lack of a better word, here on this island of Moor for the next month or so. Michaela, why don't we return back to the party and we can discuss just what you guys are up to for the next month until a new ship arrives here on this island to drop off a handful of sponsored folk from the Great Naledian Crown to expand its borders and settle more islands and whatnot. We can start with you, Garrett, if you'd like to let us know what Kaz has been up to for the past month or so.
Right, definitely first thing I'm gonna do, fucking party. I've made some money. If Hangmans will still have me, I'm gonna be drinking, partying, fucking.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
In that order.
In that order.
I love it. After you have gone about saving the town, at some point you do return to Hangman's. And you have a fulfilling conversation with Mywin, in which she not only forgives you, but understands that there was a misunderstanding with the whole situation, and she also apologizes to you for, in her words, acting with intense amounts of stress against someone who might not have deserved it at the time.
Absolutely not, never have.
Over time, you return night after night to the tavern of the Hangman, and you party it up. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while, you know, husbands hide your wives and hide your daughters, I guess, because Sir Castellani is here to party.
Absolutely.
And you were successful here and there.
Roll for it.
It's more about the game of it, to be honest.
Yeah, sure. What else happens, Kaz?
I would imagine I still try to start some fights.
Sure.
I think I'm being rowdy. I'm being raucous.
Sure. As you, within about the first week or so of this healed relationship, you become a little too comfortable yet again.
Oh, no.
And one fateful night, a couple of the men who work in the local mine down the road come in for a drink to just sort of settle themselves. And you're a little deep in your cups at this point.
Well, you friends with that fucker Lincoln.
And they, surprisingly, stand up for Lincoln. And, yeah, and, you know, they take your little challenge, and you guys break a table, a couple chairs. They're light work for you, but, you know, they get a couple hits in. But worst of all, instead of Mywin kicking you out, Hanger gets very upset with you and basically Carltons you from the Fresh Prince, just grabs you by the back of the belt buckle, lifts you up, grabs you by the back of the neck, and just and then you just barrel out of
I believe the reference you mean to make here is DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, yes, not Carlton.
I wasn't
Forgive me,
correct.
not Carlton.
Leave it
I
to
hate
us
to well
old-timers.
actually.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
As the
right.
moderator
He
of
starts-
the Fresh Prince. Okay.
Yes, that's understandable.
He starts dancing to "It's Not Unusual" in front
Yeah,
of
he
me.
just like. Yes, thank you for correcting me. No, yeah, he DJ Jazzy Jeffs you out of the doors, and
Somehow it's more humiliating.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%. And then you just sort of hit the dirt.
Yeah.
The next night, you attempt to return, thinking that was just sort of like, aha, yeah, that. Oh, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, that's Kaz, you know what I mean? And you return to the tavern, and upon entering, immediately, Hangman approaches you and says that you are not welcome any longer.
Really? Just one night?
He just sort of shakes his head, and he says, well, it was one night. 2 tables and 3 chairs. So, you made a promise to my baby girl, and you broke it. So, you can get a fucking move on.
Alright, I'll find someone else to stay. And I...
Good luck.
We're the only fucking tavern.
It's a small island.
And so, I imagine it's not too late at this point, probably. Like,
No, when you
early
usually
evening.
arrive, it's probably like 8.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna go look for one of my friends here then.
Sure.
Yeah.
At this point, this is probably in the middle of the downtime, for lack of a better word. So we're gonna sort of bounce around. So for the first week or so, Cassander, what abouts do you do?
A couple of things. I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget. First of all, not really important, but just important in my heart. I'm going to Desmua's burial place, and
Okay.
I'm just gonna make her a little headstone or some sort of marker that says, like, you know, mother, wife, model of courage,
Sure.
etc. And I'm gonna leave that there.
You do so.
Thank you. Afterwards, Cassander is gonna go to the library if there is one. There's not a library. I forget.
Unfortunately, there is not a library. This is still a
That's
really new town. No one really has enough inventory to be able to set this up, or B, like, no one really has. That's not like a priority for the town right now, unfortunately. However, you do ask around for just, you know, if anyone has anything that you could read up on certain things. What are you in particular are you looking for?
I am looking for information about particular cults.
Gotcha. So you ask around a little bit, and eventually your search leads you back to the King's Hand Chapel. If anyone was going to know about stuff of that nature, it would probably be one of the clerics here, specifically perhaps Mother Alessandra. So I said that we might not talk about this, but I'm just for the sake of the audience, I think it's good to do that, I guess. What I had some of these questions were posed to me earlier. I know I was trying to find the word. Some of these questions were posed to me earlier this past week, so we could talk about and get an idea of exactly what they were looking for, the players. And I had them roll a few times, just on certain things. Do you remember the roll that you made for this?
You didn't ask me to roll.
For this check, please roll for it.
I will.
It's going to be a investigation check with advantage for Mother Alessandra helping you.
Thank goodness for advantage. Oh gosh. Oh, 12.
12. So go ahead and just specify for me what exactly about cults and whatnot are you trying to discern. She doesn't necessarily have anything that you can really read.
Right.
There are a few books that she does have that just sort of talk a little bit more about like what is believed about divinity and about the gods in general. There is a specific book that also marks out a few of the quote-unquote illegal deities from the Great Naledian Crown, which there are quite a long list of, considering there are more deities that are recognized across the realm than just the 5 that the country actually backs. So what exactly are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to figure out just kind of what religious groups are around Cinerode in the mainland, if there's any information about such thing, and also like what sorts of religious groups would do things a la exorcisms. Who does that?
Sure. So Mother Alessandra sort of thinks about a few of these things, and she basically tells you that unfortunately she's not familiar with, or if there are any specific groups around Cinerode. However, there have been certain folk across the recent history, like with the war and everything, that have been mobilizing under certain beliefs and creeds and whatnot. There's also the big sort of the grand idea of the conspiracy that sort of kicked off this past war, which is the elven nations, or the elven sovereigns of the past nations, being a part of the cult of Bruta. Bruta being the Spider Queen, the goddess of conspiracy, which is apropos considering. So she sort of talks about that a little bit. It's not necessarily anything too specific about it. It's a little bit more vague, like, well, there was that thing that's probably the most well-known cult-like situation in recent times. But she does mention that she has heard, this is sort of a little bit post-war, things come up of people who are following some sort of like prophet-like individual, who goes by the moniker the Crimson Hand.
Thank you.
Deandrex, sorry. I'm gonna have a little sip of your nice potion, Garrett.
It's
It's
gonna
really
be strong.
It's a strong potion.
Potion seller. Give me your strongest potion.
That's a strong potion. Yeah.
Oh my.
Potion seller.
Oh my. All right.
Thank you. And
Yes.
then, otherwise, I'm fixing my loot.
Party drinks.
Thank
Nice.
you.
Party drinks.
And I know you said that at some point I could send mail to my sisters when the ship gets here, so I'm gonna worry about that then.
Yes.
And otherwise, I'm just gonna bard it up around town. I wanna sing.
Word.
I wanna hang out. I wanna make friends.
Nice.
Ooh, that's tasty.
I love it. Kill. What about you doing for the first week? Do you think? Also, before you begin,
Yeah.
in my world, I know this is like a minute thing, but just so you get an understanding, there in a month there are only 3 weeks. In a week there are only 10 days. In a month there are 30 days. There are only 300 days in a year. That's it.
A system that makes sense.
System that makes
That's
sense. I cleaned it up for everybody. Only do this now for your work or for any other real world reasons.
Metric
Yes.
system.
Yes, exactly. So the first
So-
week is the first 10 days. What does Kill do?
So I imagine, because many of these, I don't know if any of these would be just like, for the first week I'm doing this, second week more just like things that I would be doing throughout, but I'll just maybe start with one.
Sure.
So one thing that I definitely would want to be doing when I see the others, and particularly Cassander, is trying to follow up on where basically on Jens and Emil and who they might have known, because I'm trying to figure out maybe where their map came from.
Okay.
So I know it has the AH stamp,
Mhm.
and I know that I had a bit of insight that Elric maybe knew more about them than he was letting on.
Mhm.
So at some point I would have tried to engage with Elric, but probably through somebody that is a little less afraid of me.
Sure.
Or,
Understandable.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then lastly, real quick, Indigo, what are some of the first things that you're doing in this downtime?
Sure. So Indigo's also kind of like partying and carousing a bit, kind of socializing with people in town. If Mywen or whoever's running the inn at the time is cool with it, he's gonna kind of start performing regularly at the Hangman. Sort of like a musical, like playing his pan flute, telling bawdy jokes. Sort of like the non-stripping portion of a burlesque show.
Yeah, word.
And while he's kind of like asking around like while he's kind of socializing with people, kind of on the lookout for having met Gretel, and so unfortunately having lost Gretel, but like there apparently are people out there who know things about the kind of magic he does.
Mhm.
So maybe kind of hopefully looking for someone who might be able to help him get a little bit more control over his wild surges.
Yes. So, all that being said, you all, for the first little bit of your time here, you do spend a good amount of time at the Hangman's. You are, rather instrumental in the new relationship that you've developed here. Kaz has found like a little bit of forgiveness here as well. So for the first little bit, you guys are, you're kicking back. Indigo's performing every once in a while. Cassandra also does a little bit of freeform performances, and Kill, you're sticking around, for those purposes of like trying to get a better read on Elric or trying to figure out this whole situation with Jens and Emil. This is where you met them, so
Yeah.
it's a good way to stick around here. So I would say on that fateful night that Kaz does start this fight, the three of you are probably there. That stuff all still happens. So as you are sort of trying to figure out your next thing, we can roleplay this if we'd like. Kaz gets kicked out of the bar for pretty much doing the exact same thing that he did before. And
Lesson learned.
I will say you do try to speak to Hangman. He is pretty much he's pretty much like he doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah.
So like that option is sort of.
I assume that's what he was trying to do.
Yeah,
Make a spectacle and then get kicked out. That's what happened last time. So
I think this time, at least while it's happening, Indigo's just like, who's that? I'm not with you. What's going on?
yeah, I would not appeal
Never
to
seen
Hangman to get this man brought back.
Kaz, you are on the street, and your friends are still inside, and you are barred from entering.
I'll come outside. Are you sitting on the ground pouting?
I think for the first 20 minutes, I'm just standing outside, just like, I don't know what to fucking do now. Just like an NPC who's pathing is fucked up. I'm just,
Yeah.
Cass, why'd you go and do that?
Well, I didn't do anything tonight.
Oh.
Tonight?
That's true. This is the following night.
You're right. But why'd you do that?
It's just the way I'm used to having fun.
Right.
You go to a tavern, you make a big fucking party and wreck it up a little, sail on away.
I don't know if other people feel like that's how you have fun.
People are entitled to be wrong, that's fine.
Look, all I'm saying is if you anticipate having a place to stay in the future, you might consider toning that back a bit. If you like sleeping on beds and having hot meals and things. It's up to you. I'm just offering a piece of advice.
Right.
Make it easier for you.
Right, yeah. Guess I don't want to spend a lot of time sleeping on the pews in the church.
Not super comfortable.
It's only 2 weeks though, and then we're sailing away.
We are, aren't we?
Well, unless you plan on staying.
I don't. I want to get on a boat. I'm
Right.
excited.
Well, when you get hungry, knock on the window, I'll bring you some food. But I'm going back inside.
I'm sure they'll let me in again soon. Just give it a couple of days, they'll cool down.
Yeah, I'm sure that will happen. See you in a minute.
Cool. A few days pass. The second night after that, you give them space. You don't try to come in or anything like that. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
you do your thing.
Mhm.
Shortly after that, you attempt to return, and you walk through the door, and immediately you hear, "What do you think you're doing in here?"
Well, it's been a couple of days. Come on. I've got nowhere else to go.
That's too fucking bad. You should have thought about that before you broke everything.
Listen, I've been living off of carrots from the Quins for the last 4 or 5 nights.
Right? You should probably look into some work then. You ever have a job before?
I had one before where I helped save the island from big
Gotta
old...
find another one then. Make yourself useful.
Well, I'm sure I'll see you around, Hanger.
Hope not.
That's not.
Just goes back to the bar.
Fuck you.
I love that for you.
What else do you do for the rest of your time here on the island?
I think after...
Also, he has a southern
That
accent. I
wasn't
don't know
Hanger,
why.
yeah. I was like, who's attached
Well,
to?
I assumed that was supposed to be Hanger. So
Yeah, that was
gonna
supposed to be
question
Hanger.
it.
I don't know why it didn't sound like this the
It's
whole time.
all
But anyways, find us some work, boy.
I think after another day or so of pouting, Cass can fucking pout.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna realize that like, or maybe everyone doesn't like that. Maybe I should go apologize to some people, and if I'm gonna be here for a while, try not to piss people off. So for the rest of the second week, I think I'm gonna do a little apology tour, starting with the cunty looking guy, if I can find him.
Sure.
I don't know his name.
I know you don't.
How else am I supposed to describe this
Any
man?
other way.
You do.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining Kaz talking to like a YouTube video, like, "Hey guys, this isn't the sort of video I normally do."
So good. Teary-eyed already.
If I've offended anyone who looks cunty,
It's really hard for me to make this video.
I'm putting my merch up for half off now.
Amazing. This video is also sponsored. Yeah. So, after about a day or so of just sort of like looking around, trying to like run into him, just sort of like, oh hey, you know what I mean? Like as if like you guys went to high school together.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I was your bully. Sorry. You do eventually run into him at the market, and he's standoffish at first, for good reason.
I get it.
But you approach him with actual softness, and you do have a conversation. You express your regret, and he accepts your apology. And he says, "You know what? I understand. It can be hard times out there. Just, you know, these are good people here. So, just, you know, think about that. You know what I mean?
Right.
If they ever let you back in, I'll buy you a drink."
I appreciate that, and I'll return it in kind.
Wonderful.
And as much as I hate to, I think I should go find Lincoln.
Sure.
This is the worst. I hate this. In and out of character.
You actually don't you don't run into Lincoln for some time. There's been a lot of work at the mines recently, and really the only time that he's not there, he's at Hangman's. And at one point you're like, you know what, I'll just run into him on his way there sometime in the night.
Interception.
And you do so. And he just sort of, you stop him, and he's just, at first he's just sort of like, oh, Jesus Christ. But you begin speaking, and he just sort of folds his hands, and he cocks his head to the side, and he listens to you. And when you just sort of lay it on the line, he just sort of shrugs, and he just says, "I don't have a problem with you anymore. Just fucking mind your business." And then he just continues on his way.
Well, that's fair enough, I suppose.
He says, "I don't think about you at all."
I'm doing great. I have a new goat.
I almost wanted to bring up Jeffrey, like, hey, but probably not the place or
Can't
time.
bring up the man's goat.
So I only have 2 more people I need to apologize to, and I am actually going to go to Mother Alessandra.
Sure.
I think.
You approach the King's Hand Chapel, the doors, again, always open, and you see Victory sweeping the floors, and in his American accent, which he definitely has,
Which he has.
which is not indicative
sure.
of last episode, of which I did not give him that, and I gave him the wrong accent, which I just did earlier. I got a lot of NPCs, guys. Whatever. Yeah. He looks at you and he says, "Oh, Cass. How can we help you? Sorry, I didn't expect to see you."
No, it's quite all right. I wouldn't expect to see me either.
Yeah, it's a church.
Oh, don't rub it in. Is Alessandra around?
She is. She's out in the cemetery, actually.
All right. I'm sure I'll see you before I leave, and I'm gonna head out and just go see her.
You walk into the cemetery, and she's out there with Samson, and they are actually in the process of doing a little bit of gardening on a small patch of land that wasn't in use. And in this little garden of a whole bunch of different types of flowers and whatnot, you see that there are a few of those mushrooms that Kill had picked out and that you had given to him as well. And then there are 3 little gravestone markers, and they mark out the 3 Dahlan men that had passed. And they're just in the process of, like, you know, cultivating this.
Yeah.
Alessandra looks over and she says, Sirikaz, how are you?
I've been better, but I didn't come here to talk about me too much. You don't remember much about the day with Black Tongue in the possession, right?
Oh, no. I've prayed about it quite a bit, just to sort of get out any sort of lingering, whatever, I guess. But no, I don't really have much recollection of that night.
This makes this so awkward for me. I tried to stab you at one point. And I know you don't remember, and in fairness to me, I thought you were working with Black Tongue. It wasn't until after I tried and failed that I found out you were kind of under a spell versus just working with him. But I'm sorry. It's not often that I stab at someone who doesn't deserve it.
Well, I would hope that was the case. Well, like I said, I don't have much of a recollection of that night. And I trust that you wouldn't have done what you thought was the right decision at the time. I forgive you. I'm fine. We're both here. It's not anything that I am relatively known to do, to hold any sort of ill will over someone who was just trying to do what they thought was right.
You're a lot bigger person than I am.
Just have to see the bigger picture sometimes.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah. I'll get out of your hair. Just wanted to get that one off my chest. I've pissed off a lot of people, and some of them I.
Word travels quick. You'd be surprised.
It's a small little colony, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
So I've been on a bit of an apology tour. A lot of them, I don't regret as much as I probably should, but that was one that was really weighing on me. But I've got to get over to the hangman's and see if he'll let me apologize at all, if he'll even talk to me.
Sure. If you ever need a place to stay, the doors are always open. If you ever need a place to pray, again, the doors are always open.
I might take you up on that once or twice before I leave.
It would be my pleasure.
And then I'll head off to the hangman's.
Alrighty. You head on over to the hangman's, and you poke your head through the doors, and you see Mywin behind the bar. It's a little less busy today. You do see Indigo there. He's in the process of sort of setting up his little corner, putting his chair to the side and whatnot, and just sort of getting ready to sing and do this is a variety show that he's been doing, which is wonderful. And Mywin just sort of looks up, and she just sort of like rolls her eyes like a little bit, and she's just like, "What do you think you're doing?"
I know. I'm not trying to buy anything. I'm not trying to stay, but I do feel I at least owe you you guys to pay for the stuff that I broke. Do you know roughly how much it cost?
I don't know. I mean, we got it replaced. I'm sure it's fine.
It's the principle of the thing. I've made an ass of myself for the first week I was here. Even if you don't need it anymore, I do owe you guys a lot. So, here. And I take out 10 gold and I put it on the bar.
She just sort of looks at it and she just is like, I mean, it's not that much.
Consider it a nuisance fee. I'm sure I've driven a few people away as well.
Well, thanks.
It's fine. It's just the money Kill gave me anyway. So.
Thank you. I mean, my father should be in pretty shortly. I don't know if you want to talk to him or whatever. I can't promise you anything. This is very nice of you, but I don't make the rules too much.
I'll peek my head in another night and see if I can catch him. I just wanted to make amends the only way that I really know how. So, I suppose I'll leave you for the night. Hope it's a smooth shift for you.
Thanks.
And I just walk out.
Sure. Yeah. As you walk out, you see, walking down the street, holding on to the reins of his enormous Clydesdale, Hanger, the owner of Hangman's Tavern. And he just sort of, thought I told you to keep moving.
Well, I wasn't trying to go in and get anything. I left some money with Mywin to help pay for the repairs. I just want to say I'm sorry. I understand that I'm not trying to make this about me. I made an ass of myself, and I shouldn't have. So, I'll stay away from now on. It's all right. I just wanted to apologize.
Well, glad you finally came around. I accept your apology.
I appreciate that.
If you want to come back in, want to have a drink or two, you're gonna have to wash some dishes for a little bit. And my dishwasher actually quit. They were offering a bit more than mine. And if you're really looking for a place to stay, I can offer you a room, wash some dishes, have a few drinks. If you break anything, and I mean anything, I will toss you out here faster than you can drop a hot potato, son.
I 100% believe you will. And I sit there and I think about how many fucking dishes they go through in a night, and how I've never had to wash a dish in my life. That's not true, but it's been a while. Right. You know what? I'll take you up on that.
You know, Kaz, I think deep down inside you're a good man.
That makes one of us.
He shrugs. You start tonight, here. And then he hands you the reins to the Clydesdale. And he goes, take young Paige down to the stables. I'm gonna be inside.
All right. I'll see you in a few minutes, I'm sure.
And for the rest of your time here, you spend your time washing some dishes, you drink, you have fun, you party, you fuck, and you don't break anything.
I don't think I party and fuck as much. I think actually
it's upsetting, but that's fine.
I think because are we going over the whole rest of the month?
Yeah. Let's talk about the rest of the month.
So I think after that, instead of partying as much, I'm still gonna party,
Sure.
but not as much, because I know that if I drink a lot, I'm gonna start fucking breaking shit.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Yeah. I think I spend most of the rest of the time just trying to do stuff with the friends that I have made here. So like whether it's just supporting Indigo and Kiss as they do their performances, or going foraging or whatever with Kill, if they'll let me. But I'm also gonna look for a man named Eric Stant. See if I can dig up any information about him.
Word. I know previously I had you guys pre-roll. I'm now realizing that I kind of don't give a fuck about that. I'm gonna have you guys reroll on some of the things.
Oh, Garrett, give guidance. That's guidance.
Guidance.
Oh.
From Tony,
Guidance.
Romo's biggest fan.
Hey.
Oh, shouts out to
He
you,
wants
Eric.
you to never change.
Eric loves you.
I don't know him. I've never interacted with him personally, but he seems great.
He's
He
dope.
keeps giving me guidance.
He's dope. He is my oldest and closest friend.
Awesome.
Go ahead and roll investigation with advantage.
Oh, with advantage
Or
and
it
guidance.
was
With
guidance
guidance,
or
but-
inspiration.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Investigation with an added D4.
Okay, cool.
He's too cheap to give you inspiration.
He's doing great. Shut up. I love him.
Sir Castellani's biggest fan.
That is a 17, which is a
17.
lot better than I rolled
Yes.
originally.
You
Sure, I did not roll very well.
ask around here and there the different folk that come into the Hangman's Tavern. You even ask Hanger himself. Hanger has never heard of the man, unfortunately, and a few people just sort of are like, "No, I don't know him." One guy's like, "Oh yeah, I think I met that guy. Is he what is he from Half-Fest?" And you're like, "I don't know."
Oh, I have no idea.
You know, no, yeah, I thought he was like a cobbler or something like that. Yeah, made some real good shoes. You need a pair?
No, I really don't. I don't think we're talking about the same person.
Oh. Oh, well. Anyways, can I get like 2 shots of whiskey? And then, yeah. Very good. Yeah, a cast of little apron for sure. Eventually, a couple of young men come into the tavern. They're a little ragtag. Their clothes seem to be sun bleached a bit. It looks like they're like a little still a little like damp from like maybe going for a swim or something like that. And they just sort of like sit at the bar and just recline a little bit. And at this point, you're actually sort of filling in for Elric, who is going in on another one of his dates, and you're actually tending the bar at this point.
I was supposed to apologize to him. Whatever.
And whatever, fuck them.
Nah.
And they sit down, they order some whiskey, and you're like, you know what? Fuck it. Haven't seen these guys before. You guys ever heard of this dude, Eric Stan? And one of them looks up at you and says, "Yeah, I know that fucker. What's it to you?"
Well, I owe him something. Do you know where he is?
I don't know. Last I heard that he was trying to pawn some fake shit at a dock somewhere, I think. I don't know. Where was it?
Fucking course he is.
It was somewhere down by the Scorched Coast. I don't remember. Some fucking place. I'm sorry. I wish I had... Well, the past few days have been a fucking blur, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, it seems like you've just come in.
Yeah, I just came in. Yep. It's been a hard day.
What's happened? I mean, it's clear you've been in the water and you're not quite dressed for it.
Yeah. Well, myself and my brother here, we had a, well, we're from the mainland, and we were sailing about. We had a small crew, and we just got absolutely manhandled by this crazy storm, like 2 nights ago. Completely wrecked our ship. We floated on driftwood for a while, and I mean, eventually we saw this place in the distance, and we just fucking swam for it, and we just got in.
Jeez, tell you what, first couple drinks on me.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Do you mind if I ask, what's your problem with Eric?
Oh, he just sold me some counterfeit bullshit.
Oh right, yeah, just general fuckery.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
he's a piece of shit. How do you know him?
Oh, I knew him years and years ago. He was on the same ship as me for a while.
Oh. Huh. I mean, you're not a part of that crew that he's with then, are you?
No, not at all. Oh my god.
Oh, alright.
No, when I said I owe him something, I meant a knife in the throat.
Oh,
Yeah,
vague, but that makes sense now.
yeah.
Yeah, no. Right prick, that one. Yeah.
Anyway, and then I go into my sales pitch about getting rooms here and
Sure,
everything.
we're
Just like,
That's what you hear.
all right,
So yeah,
all right.
cool. All right.
So besides that, I'm just trying to help my friends here that I've
Fuck
made.
yeah. So, Kill and Kiss. You are attempting, well, at least Kill, you're attempting to get Cassander in on this sort of search or whatever, questioning of Elric.
That's right.
How about are you doing this?
I don't remember if we talked about this on the day, but do you remember when we ran into Elric and his girlfriend?
Yeah.
And I asked him about if he knew anything more about Jens and Emil, and he was acting kind of weird about it.
He was really weird.
Yeah, I mean, I know he was trying to. He's a little bit weird around me. I don't know, maybe it was something I did. I'm not sure, but I pull out the map again, and I'm just like, AH. I don't know if it's like a person or a group. Maybe it's like a map makers guild or something, but there's got to be something about who made this map. Because not only was it correct, but that's exactly where I landed on this island, where that treasure was. I can't wrap my brain around it. So anyway, here's what I'm thinking. Everybody likes you. Maybe if you talk to him, maybe you can get him to give up the goods on Jens and Emil. Maybe like who else they knew in town, who they hang out with. I mean, shit. You can take the map, see if maybe you know something specific about it.
Sure.
I don't know. I feel like you got your ways.
I
Maybe.
got my ways.
Will
Will you come with me, or?
Well, I don't know if that would help.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna ask around.
Sure.
Around town. Maybe there's some other folks that might know him. If I run into Hanger or something, maybe Hanger knows. But
Sure.
I'm gonna leave Elric to you. I think.
Okay. I can do it.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
So, ask him about who Jens and Emil hung out with on the town, and also where's the map from. Right?
Yeah. Like, I'm sure you can be smooth
Casual
about it.
like.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out
Cool.
where they got this thing. Cause I don't know. I need to know more.
For sure.
Where
might I find Elric again?
Well, he's the night shift guy at Hangers. I don't know if he's still.
Works there?
I don't know.
That was
I don't
unclear
remember.
to me.
Yeah.
I'll go though. Can I borrow the map?
Yeah. Hang on to that. Take good care of it.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Of course. Happy to help.
Kill, go ahead and give me an investigation check to see if you find anything of interest in the terms of Jens and Emil and people knowing them about the island and whatnot.
It's cocked. That's even worse than it was before. That's an 8.
8. You ask around for a little bit, and at the very least, and you take your time doing this. Like, you do this over a few days.
Yeah.
You do not, unfortunately, find any information on them, or like you do at the very least understand no one seems to have known them or knew who they were or where they came from or really anything. They just sort of some people do say that they remember the day that you showed up and they had never seen them before that day.
Okay.
And that's about it. Like, no one knows anything about them or knew anything about them, really. Just that, like, they had never seen them before. You guys showed up, and then that same night or so, they were around.
Yeah. Okay.
Kiss, what do you?
Can I try and find Elric?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to necessarily try to find him. He's every
there.
once in a while you catch him on a shift at the Hangman. So
I would just say one day I plopped down at the bar with this little sort of map in front of me, and I'm like, tracing a finger over it, just like casually like looking at it. And
Flirty.
no, just like la-di-da.
Elric,
yeah,
how are you?
I'm working.
No, I know. Are you busy?
I'm working.
Right, but like, do you have like a second?
Sure. What do you need?
There's this thing I've been sort of puzzling over for a long time. I just wondered, like, do you understand this map? I'm really bad at reading maps.
I mean, it looks
Just
like
so
the island.
bad at reading math.
I know, but the thing that I can't figure out is what's up with this AH in the corner?
It's probably like the illustrator's signature, maybe.
The illustrator. They normally sign the map.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm asking for your opinion.
He just sort of looks around, like confused as to why you're asking him, and then he just goes, I mean, people who draw and paint things usually sign it when they're done.
Sure. Are there any map makers on the island?
Not that I know of.
Well, then I can't figure out. I don't know. This map seems to be special compared to other maps.
What do you mean?
It's yelling ah.
This spot with the AH, it's exactly where Kill washed up on shore. And it's exactly where there was a bunch of specials.
I believe the AH is just in the corner, and then
Yeah, the A
there's
is
a
Oh, I
just
thought
mark.
that was
signature. No, where the X marks
There's
the
an
spot
X, yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's an X right where Kill landed when he came here. I just find that to be a weird coincidence.
Have you tried talking to Kill about it?
Yes, we've talked. We can't figure it out. So I'm just seeking other opinions.
Seems spooky.
Don't you believe in any sort of like magical sort of, I don't know, fate or something? Fortune leading you in a certain direction?
What do you mean, like Von May?
Maybe. Something like that.
I mean, I believe in Von May, so I guess.
You know, one moment. I'll be right back, but don't go anywhere.
I'm working. I literally can't.
I know. I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna walk to a different spot in the bar where he can't see or hear me and just cast detect thoughts, where he can't notice it, and then I'm gonna,
Okay, make a
I'm gonna
stealth check.
put it on him when I come back to the table. It's not very good, I don't think.
I like imagining Kiss going to a corner and just like.
Yeah.
9.
Okay.
He's working it.
He's working. 9. You move over to like around the corner and like near the door to the kitchen. And you just sort of like turn your back to him as if you're like,
I want to
you know.
make like I'm like adjusting my bra or something.
Sure.
You know.
and because you are now doing something a little bit more enticing, he's just sort of like, why is he's just like, what the fuck is, why is she, and
Enticing.
she just, so he looks over and sees this and is like, oh, what the fuck, and then also hears you and watches you start to like do, and he's just like, Kiss, can I help you? Are you okay?
What? Yes. Yes. All is well.
Sorry, I thought you were saying something. It sounded
No.
like you were mumbling.
I do that sometimes. Really, like, I'm just really trying to figure out this mystery, and I'm not sure. You seem like the best person to ask.
I have no idea why you would think that.
Because Jens and Emil, they were here in your tavern.
It's not my tavern.
Well,
You can talk to Hanger if you want. I can go get him.
sure. Could you?
Okay, one sec. And he goes behind the bar, goes to the
Can I
back room.
finish casting my spell?
Sure.
When he walks away.
Yes. Does he have to make a save or anything like that?
I don't think so.
No.
But I'll
For,
check.
I think
for
just
surface
for-
level thoughts, no.
Okay. So the surface level thoughts that you get as he's walking away is, oh my god, why do I have to fucking deal with this?
Aw.
And
Did any thoughts pop up when she mentioned Jens and Emma?
well, she didn't finish the
Oh, okay.
spell until
Okay.
after that.
Fair
So
enough.
his
So he
surface
walked
thought is, ugh. And he returns with Hanger, and Hanger says, what do you need, Cassandra? Sorry, Eric was telling me that you were looking for me.
Sure, sort of. Really, I'm just trying to figure out some things about this map, and I figured you two would be the best ones to ask. First of all, trying to
Fucking
figure out...
him?
I don't know, why not?
No offense, Elric, you're a bit of a dumbass. And Elric just goes, okay, I'm gonna go wipe the tables. And Hank goes, you see what I'm talking about? He doesn't even know what he's fucking supposed to do.
I think he's a bit over.
All right, relax. What do you need?
This beleaguered man.
I'm just trying to figure out A, what the AH is for, B, why there's an X exactly at the spot that Kill washed up, and C, what are Jens and Emil doing with this map? What's their deal, you know?
Right, so first of all, I have no idea who the fuck Jens and Emil
Those guys that really, one of them was sort of long and skinny and had arms that were a little bit freaky, like too long, and the other was a bit, plumper. They hung around together.
When?
Oh, what, weeks ago? A few weeks ago?
And I was here?
Yeah, it was the night that I stood up on the table and told a really good joke. Oh, you weren't here. Damn it.
He just sort of...
This is why I wanted Elric.
Elric was here.
I think, no, maybe just my... I don't know.
Well,
Haven't you ever heard of guys named Jens and Emil?
no, I haven't.
It's a small island.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused as to why you're asking about someone named Jens and Emil. It's a small island. I'm pretty sure I would know about them if I knew them
Really?
or seen them.
That's
Well, yeah,
odd.
everyone comes through here, so
Don't you think that's weird?
I think you're weird.
Anyway, the other stuff.
Yeah.
Better at reading maps.
The
than-
AH is probably just like an author signature, or excuse me, an illustrator signature.
Cartographer.
Yeah, I mean, he drew it, right? He says to thin air.
Right, sure. I don't know, I thought it might be a clue or something.
A clue for what?
Figuring out what the hell Jens and Emil are about.
I don't know who that is.
See, now that's very troubling to me. Because we met them.
Okay.
I know, but
Where did
everyone
they
else...
go?
Into the woods.
Into the ground.
6 feet under. And he just goes, okay, why don't you go to the woods to go find them? Surely the mole folk probably found them. There's just fucking island. You can't really get out anywhere. They have a ship or something?
I found the
Probably. Probably. Is mine detect thoughts working?
On Elric?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
on...
It doesn't work on a hanger.
You can switch
you can switch
creatures.
the-
Oh, you can?
It's just
Oh,
like it's like
you have to
you cast it on
the spell?
yourself, and it
That's
lets you.
crazy.
As many times as you want, you
That
can
is
shift targets.
wild. Yeah, he's just like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Fair enough.
And then he's like, I wish I could get back to my room so I could finish my book.
You reading anything interesting lately?
And he's just like, no.
Alright, just making conversation.
He's reading it, but he hates it.
Hanger hates vulnerability.
I'm still reading his thoughts. What's he thinking now?
He's thinking like, that was a random question.
What a non sequitur.
Alright. Is Elric wiping the tables?
Elric is wiping the tables.
Can I shift my attention back to him?
You can.
Detect his thoughts.
He's like, he just is basically like, oh my god, she's so annoying. I don't want to think about this bullshit. It's so stupid.
Should have
That's
made
so
Kaz
brutal.
cover
I just
tonight.
thought he basically thinks I literally just he basically thinks like I just got over that. So fucking annoying.
Can I probe deeper into his mind?
It's a wisdom save.
It's an intelligence save.
Intelligence
I think?
save.
Yeah, I know. Nope, I'm lying to you. Something intelligence check, but the target must make a wisdom saving throw. I don't know what the other shit is about.
He fails.
Really?
Yes. So when it says pry deeper, what does that mean?
That's
read
good
it
point.
out.
I think you can ask a question, maybe.
As an action, you can shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into a creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom save. If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Okay, so you get this sort of idea into your head. Elric, when Jens and Emil first showed up, held him up at knife point. And it was pretty traumatizing for him. It's one of the reasons why he tries to get off work so often, because the girl that he's seeing is the only one that he's told about this. And when questioned about Jens and Emil, he got really nervous and he doesn't like talking about it. And that is his connection with those two people.
Gotcha.
There is one more thing about the spell that's
He
important
knows
you know.
that I'm probing into his mind.
He now knows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he knows.
And he just sort of like turns over and looks at you. And he goes,
Sorry. I am sorry.
Leave.
Okay. I'm really sorry.
I don't fucking care.
They can't hurt you
If
anymore.
you are here when I'm working, there's gonna be a problem.
Okay.
And he like turns and like aggressively rubs the table.
Fine. They can't hurt you anymore.
And he just ignores you.
I walk out.
Okay.
She's on the other foot now, huh?
Ugh, so true.
Y'all motherfuckers just be doing shit, huh?
Yeah, well, you gave us downtime.
You gotta fuck it up.
We gotta fuck it up immensely.
Whoa, mine
How'd it
is
go?
all about fixing things.
Yours was nice.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I did find out something interesting.
Okay.
Jens and Emil,
Mhm.
when they first got here, or when Elric first got here,
When Jens and Emil first got here,
when they first got here.
for intents and purposes, they just sort of showed up when he was like in the process of like getting a few things done in the back. They just sort of showed up, held him at knife point, basically robbed him, threatened to kill him, and if he told anybody, they would find him and kill him. And he just sort of put that out of his mind. And then when they just never started showing up again and whatnot, he was just like, okay, I guess I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah.
I convey that to Gil.
Okay.
And now he's mad at me because I had to peep inside his mind to find out.
Well, damn.
I know, he was being so secretive though. I wish people would just be more open.
I
I
agree.
wouldn't have to be nosy if people would just tell me their
I don't
secrets.
understand why people don't share their trauma with everyone.
I don't get it.
You know, if he had just said that they robbed his ass,
That's what
we
I'm
could have
saying.
said, "Hey, we killed him."
Why is that
it's-
shameful? So I did sort of hint at that. I didn't tell him exactly.
Oh,
But
okay.
I did say they wouldn't be able to hurt him anymore. So I don't think it made him feel better. He's still mad.
Well, that's all right. He'll get over it.
I think so.
So, we didn't know anything about him then.
No, other than that they're bastards who threaten people at knife point.
Yeah, we know all about that.
Right.
Well, okay. Thanks for trying.
Of course.
I
So
didn't.
Matt.
I didn't learn anything either. While you were in there, the 5 seconds you were in there, I didn't learn anything either.
Sorry.
Well, it's okay. Maybe we'll run into an illustrator.
We'll
down
keep
the
our
road.
eyes peeled for AHs.
AHs, yeah. You know anybody with the name AH?
No.
Anders Holmberg.
Who?
that's a dumb workaholics reference.
My father's name is Anders. But no AHs.
Oh, okay.
It's the Aodra
All right, well,
Hadrock.
I appreciate it. Where are you headed to now?
Oh, right this moment?
Yeah.
I don't know. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going that way.
Can I come?
Nope.
Holy fuck, that was so good.
I just say, as I'm walking away, I just say, "Sour kiss. See you soon.
I feel it's a bit of a loss.
Appreciate you."
Have fun. I'll be here.
Playing my little sad blues on my little guitar outside the tavern.
Word.
Kiss, you also have guidance now
Aw.
from Tony Romo because he respects you being sneaky and
Thank you.
So funny.
Oh,
So good.
I can't wait to use it. Thank you.
Hill, whereabouts are you going?
So,
Yeah, the fuck was that?
No.
it's like nighttime, or what time part of the time of day is it?
Yeah, it's like evening.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would. We're already into like the midway point now, right?
I mean, this can be at any time.
Anytime. Okay. Yeah, because for sure, the other two people I would want to visit kind of early in the downtime would be Edred,
Okay.
the smith,
Yep.
and Lorelai.
Alrighty. You take some time to head over to the Edred's anvil, and he's out there working away at his forge and slamming the hammer against his anvil. And
I'm sorry.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
not funny.
Okay.
Is that a
That's what they call
masturbation
jerking off
joke?
in the,
That's what they call beating the,
the Russell household.
Mhm. Oh, 100%.
Hammer in the anvil.
Hammer in the anvil, baby.
Mom,
Clink, clink, clink.
hammer in the anvil.
Yeah.
You gotta knock!
You gotta knock, Mom. I'm using the anvil.
Didn't I tell my mom?
Hey, I don't know what your household is. Anyway, so Edred's there.
You
and
brought
he's
it up.
work-
Very sex positive. I
Yeah,
like
you
it.
guys did that. That was weird.
Yeah.
You hammer that anvil. And Edred just sort of looks up. Kill, right?
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, so I got this here hammer,
I see that.
and I know that you're a man that knows his way around swinging a hammer.
Oh, I swing my hammer all night and day.
Yeah, and I was hoping, I don't know, I was hoping maybe you could give me some pointers, you know, when I can't quite get the hang of the weight, something about it. I'd be happy to kind of help out around here if that's something you thought you could kind of help me understand a bit better.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Good thing.
I'm not counting that. It fell off my book.
No, it.
This is my roll space.
You
Respect the roll space.
You have a
Respect the
tray.
roll
What are you
space.
doing?
It's just like more shit in the way, though. Okay, it's a 14.
That's understandable. 14. He just sort of looks at you, gives you the up and down, and he goes, "You think you can swing a hammer better than you can wrestle arms?"
I think I got the potential. Yeah.
All right. You can start tomorrow if you like. I just don't really have too much for you to do today, so
Yeah.
you
Okay.
can swing around, and then I know a thing or two about, you know, swinging swords and hammers and shit. So I can help you out.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right.
I'll come by in the morning.
Yeah, bright and early.
Yeah.
Start at dawn.
Dawn. All right.
Then you make your way over to Lorelei's large farmhouse. You knock on the door, and her servant greets you, and you beckon her, and the servant goes and grabs her. She comes down the long flight of stairs into the foyer, and she looks over at you. It's good to see you.
Hi, Miss Lorelei. How's my my little blue beauty doing?
I'm doing well.
Oh, I was talking about the mushroom I left behind.
Oh,
But
and she blushes a little bit,
yeah,
and
but
she just sort of course, it's
You know what?
doing rather nicely.
you know what though? It's apt.
Well, thank you.
It's apt. I'm quite sure there was a reason in the back of my mind why I picked that one out just for you. And actually, I come bearing gifts, and I give her a Coral's friend.
Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you. She takes it from you, and she just sort of looks it over. This is quite the specimen. I will plant this immediately.
Oh.
And she just sort of snaps her fingers, and one of her servants comes over. She hands it to them, and they move it to another room.
Thanks, Pip.
And Pip just sort of turns. I'm Pop.
Yeah, it's 50-50 shot.
Understandable. And just keeps moving. And Lorelei just turns to you. Is that all you came around for?
Well, I got some time on my hands now, and I'm shipping off in a month or so. But
Where are you heading off to?
there's a boat coming by, a ship headed to is it another island or is it the mainland?
The Blackweld is a part of the mainland.
Okay,
It is a province in the mainland.
we're heading to the mainland, to the Black Whale.
Oh.
It'll be my first time on a. Well, I guess everything's an island if you think about it, but
That is true.
an island quite that big.
Mm.
And I was just thinking to myself, who would I'd like to spend some time with before I ship off? And you came to mind.
Well, I am flattered. I'm not too busy tomorrow night. If you'd like to grab a drink. I haven't been to the Hangman's Tavern in some time. Haven't had a reason to go. Seems as though one has walked through my door.
Sure, we can do that. It gets a little rowdy in there, but
So I've heard.
but
Some of the company that you keep. Word
Yeah.
travels.
yeah, it's true. It's true, but you'll be fine with me.
I'm sure I will. Well, thank you for the gift.
I will see you tomorrow.
Looking forward to it. And the door shuts behind you.
I do like 10 burpees in a second.
Yeah, word, for sure.
I look around. I forget his name, but is the farm hand out
The
there?
dwarf.
Yeah.
Yes, he is way out in the field. You can see, you can hear him actually go.
I just
like,
yell.
Way in the.
I just yell. I'm like, hey, you see that?
Yeah. He just turns around and he goes, "Hey, what am I looking at?" And he just sort of is just like way in the field.
I just go, never mind.
He goes, "I'll see you later."
Yeah, and then I'll just it's kind of early evening now, or
Yeah, it's like 6, 7.
yeah. I'll probably just basically my plan is to go sleep like near the Edred's place, just so that I'm there at dawn.
Sure.
So yeah, I'll just probably kind of for tonight just meander around the Southwood, maybe make my way over to the Great Tree.
Sure.
Keeping my nose to the ground as usual.
Sounds good. So, for the sake of brevity, you make your way over to the Great Tree, and here you look around, and it's about just how you left it. There are not many other reagents that you can necessarily pluck from this land. The more interesting things you've already found.
Mm-hmm.
However, you reminisce about the time that you spent here, and you pay reverence to what was certainly a very old, very tall and watchful sort of sanctuary that was on this island before. It was a sort of hollowed out version of itself now, this great tree. Eventually, the next day comes and you spend time training with Edred. And then the next night comes and you spend some time chatting with Lorelei at the Hangman's. And the next day you train more, you forage, you go about your business. And eventually you find yourself spending a good amount of time with Lorelei. Eventually, some alone time with Lorelei. At her mansion. In her bedroom.
Oh my god.
Basically, you're fucking.
In the
Happy Valentine's.
in the farm.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Out under the moon.
Oh my
You learn a lot from
Flick a silver to Pip. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need you to be invisible for a while. Okay.
and Pop takes the silver and goes, "No problem." You learn a lot from Edred. You learn even more from Lorelei. But Edred teaches you the way of the he teaches you the way of the Morning Star, and he teaches you the way of the Great Maul. You basically have proficiency in any type of hammer weapon now.
Sweet.
So you can add individual proficiencies on your character sheet for that. They are certain martial weapons, but you do not have proficiency in all martial weapons.
Yep.
now.
Perfect.
But you do that.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'll just I'll just keep working, with Edred as long as he needs me for the time that I'm staying, and that's basically just gonna.
And he, excuse me, he accepts your company and your assistance for the rest of your time that you are here.
Yeah, awesome.
And actually, he can't pay you that much, but he does for your time. He slips you about 10 silver.
Oh shit, I'll take it. Okay, awesome. I think the only other things, some like little stuff, but like, I would maybe want to spend like a day or two with the Moorfolk.
Sure.
If they'll kind of accept me, just to kind of, spend some time with them and try to experience their culture.
Sure.
And maybe share some more stories with it there and,
Sure.
and the people.
So, speaking of the Moorfolk, Indigo. For the rest of your time here, what would you like to be doing?
I definitely want to also visit the Moorfolk at some point.
Yeah.
You know, especially if we're going on this big trip.
Go ahead and make an investigation check about searching for more information about the type of magic that you do.
Even just anyone who might be knew Gretel.
Sure.
Might be like a lead. to
New
go on.
Gretel, yes, for sure.
Gretel.
So that's going to be 14.
14. You ask around, and there are a handful of people that have had an encounter with Gretel on the island, but no one really seemed to like know her. She was a bit eccentric, and so a lot of people just sort of stayed a little clear. You do speak to Mywin, and she says, "Oh yes, I remember her. She came in Spitfire and was very much interested in what she called spontaneous arcanum. I don't know what that means. I told her I didn't know what that meant. And then she got weirdly upset, refused to pay, and then she just sort of left.
Oh.
So, that's all I got.
Oh, that's certainly something that's more than I had before, so thank you.
All right. Also, great playing last night.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you sound wonderful.
Yes.
You really brightened this place up. Sorry about everything that happened with Kaz.
Who's
And
that?
now-
I'm
and
sorry,
now-
just kidding.
Oh, Indigo. I wish you could stay here forever. Did you hear what happened with Cassander and Elric?
Oh, actually, would I have heard of that? Is that something you
News
would've
travels
told?
quickly. Yeah. News travels quickly for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
Elric
yeah,
definitely told
something.
Mywin, and if you hadn't heard it,
Yes.
she's about to tell you now. So.
We do love to burn bridges on our way out.
No, oh my goodness. It's like every other night. It's like, oh, who can I, fuck with? It's hilarious, honestly.
Humans be crazy.
Oh, I know. Oh,
Except
and
not
did you
humans.
Neither of them.
did you
knew.
see the other? Did you see the other night? Kill left with Lady Lorelei.
No, tell me everything.
Oh my goodness. She just regales you of all of this little gossip on the island and whatnot. So you hear about this term, spontaneous arcanum.
Okay. I'd also like to see if Yote is still around.
Yo,
Of course you would.
Yote
everybody
is
said
still around.
Downtime? I'm gonna have sex.
It does not take you long to find him. He makes his way to the Hangman's Tavern, and he is one of your
You mean time to
not only most common regulars, but one of your biggest fans. He really appreciates the art that you put out into the world,
I bet he does.
and he is ready, willing, and able anytime you are.
All right. Well, I'm definitely spending some time with him on several occasions before
Incredible.
we,
Some downtime.
Some downtime, if you will.
Downtime.
Yeah,
I'm glad you did this.
Some face down, ass up. If you'll indulge.
Which one?
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, baby.
Depends on the night, baby.
That's right. However we're feeling. So, certainly, absolutely. Now, eventually, you begin to make your way into the Southwood to find and reunite with the Moorfolk. And one of these, or on this fateful day, you actually run into Kill. He seems to have been just finishing a sort of quote-unquote shift at Edred's Anvil, which you know him to have been recently, frequenting there. And you just sort of run into each other, exchange pleasantries and whatnot, and he just sort of inquires, like, what you're doing for the day, just, usual small talk. And you let him know that you're on your way to the Moorfolks.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, yes, wonderful.
That's where I'm headed.
Oh,
I was hoping to. I know you spent some time with them. I was hoping to kind of get a chance to hang with them myself. Kind of learn what their day-to-day is like. I think we probably have a lot in common. Me
Yes.
and them.
yes, certainly. They're very, nature-minded. I totally see that.
Yeah, I wonder where they settle down now that they don't have to keep moving.
That's a good question. It's I can see where we last saw them, I suppose.
Sure. I'll between you and me, I'm sure we can track them down.
It
By the
doesn't
way,
take
I forget. Did Kaz ever get turned back from blue?
Nope, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I used it when I was partying, because people would be like, oh, I've never seen a blue tiefling before. And I'd be like, yeah, we're pretty rad.
Oh, okay,
Well, you know what they say about blue tief? Well, You can find out tonight.
Gotcha.
Guidance to kill. It's called post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity. Thank you. Perfect.
Love it.
That's incredible.
Damn.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Alrighty. The two of you make your way into the Southwood to find the Moorfolk. It doesn't take you too long. I believe one of you possesses a bead.
I do.
Yes. The bead does thrum when you make your way to the forest, and eventually you find the Moorfolk in a different spot than you had left them. Actually, a similar spot to where you first arrived, and sort of joined up with them. And they greet you kindly. There comes out and he honors what he told you about accepting your friends and whatnot, and he embraces you, Kill. Gives you a very big, warm hug, and he actually lifts you in the air, which is insane considering you are very heavy. And yeah, you guys spend time. Is there anything in particular you wanted to ask it there or anything like that? But you definitely learn a lot about Moorfolk culture. You learn a little bit about how they brew certain ales and meads on the island. There's a very specific type of, for lack of a better word, I don't know if syrup is the right word, but ichor, maple? Is maple just like the one word for like the sap? Oh, sap. Thank you. Jeez, I figured it out. Oh, it took me a while. There's a very
the tree ichor.
The tree ichor. That's what I was about to say. The tree
Famous
ichor.
fucking word.
The tree ichor. Tree blood. No, there's a very specific type of sap that comes from these trees in the Southwood that is unique to any other type of mead around, and that's what they primarily drink.
Wow. Very cool. Yeah. They I'm basically looking to I'm looking to party, but in a specific way. Like I want to party like a Moorfolk, you know what I mean?
Oh, you certainly do.
If there's any kind of like vision quest type ritual, any like peyote, that kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like I want to like experience any cultural experience they will offer.
Word. There's no vision quest per se, but they get so batshit drunk. There are many different like activities that they do when they're all just shit faced.
Is one of them like bowl of turtle?
It is not bowl of turtle, but one of them is a mass skinny dip in the Cerulean Ocean.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's sort of like it's almost religious to them. The way that they talk about it is very spiritual, and it's more of a return to a cleansing of whatever stresses or whatever inhibit them.
Yeah.
They get drunk. That sort of releases any lingering inhibitions that they have, and then the sort of communal bathing in the Cerulean Ocean takes that sort of stress with it, and with the tide, it returns it into the earth.
Awesome.
Is what they believe.
Yeah. Love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
You experience this too, Indigo, many times over, which is wonderful. But yeah, is there anything in particular that you wanted to, or you just want to sort of return?
Just kind of like saying my farewell for now.
Sure.
To everyone, it's kind of it's sort of a one last hurrah before we set out.
Absolutely. And you have that. And it's wonderful. And they embrace you as a sibling, and they celebrate you as a wonderfully unique and incredible individual. And Kill, you're there to witness that every once in a while. When you come around, you are more than welcome. And here and there, I think I would say at least maybe once or twice, even the two of you, Kaz and Kiss, are sort of joined in on the revelry, for lack of a better
Hell
word.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
there
for
as
sure.
well.
I would have made sure to catch Indigo when he's going out.
For sure. Is there anything else that the four of you wanted to touch on before we perhaps move forward with
I was
our
hoping
story?
to find iFolly, since Lorelai mentioned
That's
it.
right. Go ahead and make a what's the word we're looking for? A foraging check using your kit and everything.
Yeah, I turn into a badger.
Yeah. Badger.
Get that smell.
Nothing forages like a badger.
Not anything.
16.
16. Every sort of like extra moment that you have that you're like, okay, I'm not doing anything, I'm gonna go look around. see what I can find. You take that opportunity. And you don't necessarily find anything throughout the time this month until the last couple days. Upon traversing through the Southwood, on your way to one of the sort of last little extravaganzas that the Moorfolk are having, you see another owl just sort of perched in a tree, just like looking down at you, turning its head sideways. In the middle of the day. Rather odd, they're more nocturnal creatures. And it sort of just flies down to you and stops in front of you and hobbles a little bit and then turns and then and flies back up to that perch and then just sort of sits there and watches you again.
Is there anything about, like, is there anything at my feet noticeable or anything?
You look around at your feet. Nothing necessarily noticeable at your feet, but you look back up.
Back up at the perch.
And where the owl used to be, as it is no longer there,
Oh, shit.
there seems to be a small little growth on this branch. And then you look around and your eyes sort of, you blink a bit and you notice that there are a handful of little spores in the air. And you sort of shake and and you suddenly start to see a little bits of color and whatnot around you, and you're like, oh shit. And you blink and you adjust and everything is sort of normal for a second. And you look up and you see that there's still those bits of fungus around on the branch.
Let me collect up some of that.
Sure. You collect what is essentially 3 units.
3 servings.
3 servings of eye folly, yes.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
Seems to have some sort of psychedelic effect on those that maybe not are expecting something like that to happen to them.
Awesome.
So
that was all I wanted to do until maybe the last night here.
great. So then the last night comes. Tomorrow morning, you're expecting a visit from a sponsored ship from the Great Naledian Crown that will be dropping off a whole bunch of new settlers and possible adventurers and whatnot, perhaps similar to yourselves, perhaps vastly different, likely vastly different. And then setting off into the Blackweld. What would you like to do on this last night?
I wanted to pop into the King's Hand and just hang out with Samson a bit.
Sure.
Just kind of share some stories, and then I want to spend my last night in the spot that I landed.
Sure.
Just kind of by myself. Just kind of taking it all in.
Sounds
Communing.
good.
Getting some communing in, you know?
Yeah, man, for sure. You spend that time with Samson, and he's very appreciative of it. He seems to not have many friends on the island. Victory is his friend, but they don't necessarily hang out outside of the chapel or anything, and Samson doesn't really hang out outside of the chapel in general. So when he has someone come and visit him, especially you, who he really looks up to, he really appreciates it. And he tells you more about these odd ideas of who these gods are and what these people in the country think about them, and all these weird rules, and you can't do this, and this god is okay but that's not, and you're like, okay, but I don't understand. And he is very patient and has a great sense of humor and just really appreciates your curiosity. And eventually you make your way to the shore where you had first arrived here, and coincidentally, or maybe driven by fate, returned to and fought a fight for your life here, finding some sort of bits of treasure as well. And you just sort of sit down under the light of the moon and you pop into your shell and just sort of absorb this atmosphere. The rest of you?
I think I'm well if Kiss is free, I think I'm gonna propose we do like one final big show at the Hangman.
Of course.
That's just sort of like just kind of go all out and kind of like bring it down at the end, kind of get like we're gonna get real for a second, and, like, say bye to all our friends.
Word.
And then once that's done, I'm just gonna have a fucking rager with the
Morphle?
With the Morphle.
Word. Hell yeah.
Can I come too?
Yes, of course.
Nice.
Awesome.
I probably would have attended that and presumably would have tried to go with you with the Morpho, but there was one thing that I wanted to do first.
What would you like to do?
I want to go down to the beach and start a little bonfire real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I am actually going to burn that shard of the Deep's bounty that I had broken off.
Okay.
And so I just kind of ceremoniously, just like, well, it doesn't seem right to carry this with me anymore. It's a bit unceremonious, but goodbye, I guess. And I
Plop it into the fire.
drop it in the fire, and I kind of hang out for another few minutes, just kind of getting back into Kaz mode.
Sure.
That's what I'm gonna call it. Before I just like start a fucking party, and I'm gonna go to
Hell
where
yeah.
I'm sure I know the Morpho are by now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kiss, was there anything in particular, or you head over to the Morfolks as well with everyone? The three of you live it up and throw caution to the wind with the Morfolk one last time. Kill, noticeably absent from this, but you all sort of notice throughout your downtime here, that Kill went about and like did a whole bunch of things mostly on his own, and like had his agenda that he had and was respectful of yours and whatnot, but like he had some things to do, and so it's not necessarily out of the blue that like he's just not there. He definitely, whatever he does, generally he has reasons for. So the three of you live it up this one last night, and you wake up with a hell of a fucking hangover. So
What's that?
No, can't relate. We're gonna take a quick break, everybody. I think that's a perfect way to just sort of bookend this little arc with our little mini epilogue for this first part of our adventure. When we come back, we're gonna see where this new voyage takes us to a whole, well, actually the mainland. If some of you have only just joined us from the first episode, this is your first time seeing the mainland, which is super cool. It's my own original, created world and realm and country and continent. This is only a very small little island off of the southwestern coast. Yeah, southwestern coast. I have to sour. What is it? Never eat sour watermelons all the time. To figure out my directions.
Oh no.
Well, I know I'm an idiot. We are gonna be right back. 5 to 10 minutes or so. Grab a water, use the restroom, do what you got to do, and when we come back, we're gonna set sail once more. So we will see you guys very soon. Be right back. Hell yeah. Very nice.
love women.
I do love women. Very nice. Well, good luck, everybody.
The opening line.
I love it. Just a quick reminder, we are sponsored still, I think, by HelloFresh.
Wait, this just in?
They're telling me right now we are still good. Okay, thank you. But yes, we are sponsored by HelloFresh this episode. So if you're interested in them, I highly recommend it. You can get a couple of meals sent to you. They're really, really wonderful. You can customize them as you'd like. The recipes are wonderful, super easy to use, and usually most of them are like made in under about 30 minutes. They come with directions and everything like that. I've used them, Garrett's used them, Matt's used them.
I'll be next.
I hope so.
I literally was
You
gonna
too.
buy one anyway.
I know, that's
and then
fine.
we got.
Well, here we go. Here we
I know,
are.
it's like
I
a
know.
great time for
They
it.
hooked us in.
I
They hooked us in.
know.
It's a really wonderful way that you can support us while also supporting yourself. You can literally buy food for yourself
It's
and
great.
support the channel. So you can use our link or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGSE158. You'll do not. Do not. You can see that code just below me around here.
He told me
Around
to
this
do it,
area?
you can do it still.
You can use that code for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 3 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping. Shipping for them is usually like $10, so think of free shipping as $10 off. There you go.
I'll take it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty good shit. So
I'm gonna take it.
I'm doing it.
I'm taking yours.
I'm gonna take your shipping.
I'm coming to your house.
I'm taking
your
your
HelloFresh
$10.
subscription.
So you all wake this following morning. Most of you, actually no, technically half of you, because you're fine. Half of you, a little sick, a little bit of a headache, definitely dehydrated, and you have that weird like queasy feeling in your stomach that's just sort of constant. That you're like, I need a fantasy McGriddle. You know what I mean? That's just what you're craving right now. Yeah. Inigo, you're fine. This is just another wonderful trip
What's
in the
hair of
woods.
the dog? I'm all hair on all the time.
I'm literally I'm always hairy.
I'm just actually mad at you for mentioning McGriddles right now.
Oh, I know, right?
Sounds
I would kill for one. Actually, I fucks with. Anyways, so
No free clout.
no free clout.
HelloFresh only.
You know,
Yeah,
you know
HelloFresh.
how that's great breakfast is.
HelloFresh does have great breakfast. That's right.
Like McDonald's.
Yeah. Kill. You also wake with the light of this new dawn, and when you wake up, you feel that salt in the air that the Cerulean Ocean wafts over to you. And you swear in the distance near the horizon of where the ocean and the sky meet, you swear you can see just a hint of perhaps a bit of land, something out in the ocean, far, far away, but definitely still close enough to see you off on your next excursion.
I swell with pride, having completed the first leg of my adventure.
Wonderful. The three of you gather yourselves. Some of you put your clothes back on and whatnot.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Some of us were dressed the whole time.
Yes.
She's actually not wearing it.
Anyway, so sorry, I don't know, that was weird.
She's
Sorry, I had a
actually
little-
gained clothing.
Yeah. You gained another layer, actually.
Every time someone walked into the party, they threw their coat on.
I know. I was like, I'm not a coat rack, goddammit. Jesus Christ.
Put on all the clothing that is legally required.
Yes. So, the three of you group up. Athair sees you off, and you exit the Southwood Forest on your way back to the little port town of Eodra. For all intents and purposes, the three of you meet, unless some of you have something to do before you want to do this, or on your way back. The three of you meet up in the sort of heart of the town. And actually, a small little crowd has actually gathered here in anticipation of
To make
seeing
sure
you
we
off.
leave.
Yeah, to kick you the fuck out. No, in anticipation of seeing you off. Hangman, Mywin, even Elric, Edred, Lorelei, and Mother Alessandra, not Victory, Samson, someone has to watch the Jabble, Samson, and fucking Lincoln.
Fucking Lincoln. Holy
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Talking about
Time to
virgins.
see.
What an idiot.
I just want to attack him.
Hi, everyone.
Fuck you, Lincoln. I got your goat, motherfucker. So, you see this small little crowd gathered here, and they just sort of greet you all and, like, you know, chat it up for just a moment. And Cassander, Lincoln, comes up to you, and he says, hello. I just have to say, I was kind of surprised that you didn't, like, come around or anything to try to, like, talk to me or whatever. So, I guess what I'm saying is, you know, you missed your opportunity. So.
I had a special on free mustache rides yesterday.
Wait. Can I go up and like put my arm around Kiss and just be like ships passing the night, mate. Sometimes things just don't work out, you know?
He just looks at you. And he just... Yeah, right. And he just turns around and just fucking... He leaves.
Nice seeing you too, Lincoln. Thank you, I appreciated that.
Yeah, it seemed like a better thing to do than headbutting him.
It was good for my dignity, at the very least. In the future, could I, if ever necessary, could I count on you to be my sort of fake boyfriend?
Well, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, if someone's bothering you, we'll come up with the signal later or something.
Awesome. I love that.
Fall in love for real.
So, eventually...
Wait, is that what he thought?
Don't you think that was what you were doing?
No, I was just trying to comfort him. We're like fine now. Like I don't have it's fine.
Well, whatever you say.
After conversing with some of your friends here on the island of Moor, Lady Solfred Varvek approaches you all, and everyone just sort of turns and acknowledges her and everything like that. And she sort of walks up to you all with a bit of pride, with her chin up, and she says, well, seems as though you'll all be going now then.
Seems that way.
We will.
When you get to the mainland, there are a bit more rules and regulations that are enforced. Not everyone needs someone and will put up with you and your shenanigans. I will miss you, though. And I will miss your shenanigans. Just have a little forethought. It's the big, bad, real world out there. And the Black Weld is not necessarily known for being too accommodating. It's a large province, but people who grow up there are hardened. That place was really worked to the bone during the war. And the people there are hardworking people who don't take any shit. Really, like, they don't take shit. So, just look out for each other, okay?
That's what we do best.
Yes, of course.
Is it? Okay, great.
It's
We
like,
have
you know,
very
is it?
few
Okay, fine.
skills.
And
That's the one.
you should have nothing to worry about.
Anyone you want us to say hi to when we get there?
Oh, I don't know anybody in the Black World.
Okay.
So,
Hey, me neither.
well, there you go. Just watch out for each other. Try not to get into much of trouble. And if you're ever looking to settle down, or if you need some more work or anything like that, and you find yourself back around, I guess, you're always welcome in Aodra, as long as I'm here.
Appreciate that.
Thanks.
Of course. Well, I've got some more paperwork to do. We're going to be expanding soon, which is exciting. This new sponsorship that comes in, I hear, has quite a bit of people on it. So probably going to be relatively empty when you guys see off, since most everyone's staying. But that means we got to build more. And I actually spoke with the Thayer, and they're gonna help us out with sort of making sure that the island is still kept as they would prefer it. But we're gonna be building more, chopping down more trees and whatnot, and just sort of making this hopefully the trade hub that it's meant to be. And you guys were a big help with that, so thank you. I mentioned last episode that she was going to prepare a payment for you, and she does. It's not as nice as what Adair gave you, Indigo, but she gives the four of you an additional 20 gold pieces.
Can I say something?
Yes.
I was drawing my cards for the day a moment ago. One of the cards that I drew is called the Gem, and says the wielder of this card may find that gold comes more easily to them on this day.
Wow! I forgot I wrote that. I'm glad that you pulled that. That's very funny.
Yay.
What is it there? I actually have
Adair, I believe, gave you 50 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a different character sheet on me right now because it's
No worries.
long
No
story.
worries.
Anyway.
Well then, instead of 20 gold pieces, she gives you 28 gold pieces.
Nice.
Each?
Oh no!
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
I just managed to
They
make
don't have
sure.
that much money.
Yeah.
7 gold
Seven
each.
each.
That's 7 gold each. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Lady Sulfrid, I know I gave you a hard time with all the fake flirting and whatnot, but alright, fair enough. I suppose I deserve that. I just wanted to say you're a fine leader, and sorry about all that.
No offense taken. So, I'll see you all sometime.
We'll see.
Safe travels. She turns, she heads back to the longhouse, and eventually you hear the chimes of the great bells that announce the arrival of a new ship. You turn and you see a very large sort of passenger ship, very similar to the one that you arrived on, Kiss, except this one you can see sort of etched on the side. Its name is the Coast Runner. And it arrives, and dozens of folk exit this ship, like way more that showed up along with you. Exit off of this ship. Each one of them a little glint of excitement and wonder in their eyes. Some of them a little tired from the voyage. Some of them just excited to be back on land. And what feels like maybe something close to like 80 or like 100 people get off this ship, like to sort of settle.
The current settlement is like 100 people, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like nearly double the amount of folk that have already settled here.
Talk about expansion.
And eventually your own small crowd just sort of disperses with all this happening, says goodbyes, hugs and whatnot. And the four of you find yourselves sort of in the middle of town as this new, nearly double amount of people have showed up. Just sort of bustling and walking around, doing that sort of same like excited movement and whatnot as they head over. There are a couple townsguard that sort of direct them towards the Hangman's Tavern, where again another desk is sort of set up for people to register themselves and to sort of get their new lives started here. And very soon a queue out of the Hangman's begins. And now you're all privy to the knowledge of why people line up to talk to the Hangman.
Quick question.
Yes.
I messaged this to you in sort of the off-stream downtime stuff. But one thing I forgot to mention during the actual scene is I was in my time with Lorelai. I wanted to just ask more about like how she ended up being the owner of this farmstead. And,
Yes.
you know.
So Lorelai explains.
In between the throes of passion.
Of course.
Between thrusts and turtle.
During the post-coital cuddling sessions. Yeah, you got it, buddy. She rubs your chest and regales you with a sort of abridged version of her. Oh yeah, abridged version of her story. Basically, she was born into a She was born into a family of recently freed dragonborn slaves. Her early life was spent in the city of Last Light, for the most part. She was raised there, sort of in the sanctity of the acceptance of these of the folk of what was known as Umbra at the time. The province is something different now. She does not mention it, but she just mentions it as Umbra. So, I mean, that's what you know her home to be. And her family were hard workers, but there wasn't much for them to grasp onto in order to get themselves out of really the slums of Last Light. Even though the province was more accepting than others, they didn't have like any beneficial ways to actually really help the Dragonborn people. They just sort of like didn't hate them for who they were, and like that was kind of it, and they didn't really see a reason to like aid them or anything. And that was a struggle for a long time. Eventually, she met a traveling Dragonborn woman who had recently set up what can amount to a pop-up magic shop in Last Light. And she apprenticed for her for a little bit because she needed work for her family. And she learned a few things, but most importantly, she learned the business of trade. And at the time, she was young, maybe 12 or 13, but she learned a lot. And she eventually, her parents passed. It was there was a sickness that sort of made its way through Last Light not long after the war broke out, and she lost them, but was left a very minuscule amount of money from them, but it was enough that she could take that and move to Cinerode. And in Cinerode, one, if they have a little bit of money and they know how to use it, can turn that into a lot of money. And she learned a lot from her benefactor, Calypso. And she turned that small amount of money into a lot of money, and that lot of money into generational wealth. And she met a very enticing young half-orc, and they fell in love, and they decided that they wanted to move out. This is sort of just post-war or so, and they wanted to sort of move out and get away from the business of the city and start a farm somewhere. And so they took the voyage. They took a long trip over across the coast and everything, and they heard of a new town called Eodra that was just been settled. And they arrived there not long after the crown had sort of established their presence there. But not long after they settled, her husband caught sick as well. And he eventually passed. And he's buried in the King's Hand Chapel Cemetery here in Eodra. And she just started that farm, still works on it, and intends to stay here forever.
Cool.
So yeah.
Awesome.
There you go. Yeah. Anything else, you guys?
I'm getting
Cool.
on a boat.
Getting on a boat.
Oh, hey. There's a lot more people on this boat than the last one, wasn't there?
Tons.
There's actually only a few now.
But you know what? Yes. Tons of them.
Why do you always do that?
Well,
No.
Do what?
Anyway, so I was thinking, like, when you came on the journey here, it was a pretty long ride, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to talking to the other passengers?
I did, but I think that much like I've done on the island, I tend to sort of annoy people.
Oh, really?
People find me off-putting.
Why is that?
Don't you?
Don't I find you off-putting?
Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, it took me a while to get used to why you're lying all the time, but, you know. But no, other than that, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did they tell you why they find you off-putting? Because if not, that's not very constructive.
Well, I
Maybe you should
agree.
ask them.
I don't want to ask.
No.
I'm comfortable to just, you know, just keep throwing it at the wall and see where it sticks, you know?
Sure.
So I'm gonna, you know, that's what I try to do.
Well, you found all of us in a very short period of time, and so I guess you stuck here.
I got really lucky.
I was just thinking, I wonder if there's any chance that Jens and Emil came on the ship.
I wonder. I don't remember seeing them.
Yeah.
Do I?
You don't necessarily remember ever seeing them on the ship.
I don't think I recognized them when we met them.
Yeah. I don't know if they seem like the type that'd be sponsored to come here.
Or the type that'd be socializing with others on the ship.
Yeah, they're pretty resourceful though. You'll probably find their own way here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, yeah. I mean, you found your own way here, Cass.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found my way here.
Yeah, you got like a pirates network where you know all the other.
A what?
You know, like, is that offensive?
I don't think I ever said that I was a pirate.
Well, you're like
Just
a.
like one, don't you?
What? Now we're just throwing around stereotypes. Alright, fine, yeah, I was a pirate. What's up?
I mean, yeah, I use the context clues, you know.
Right, yeah. I honestly thought I had a little secret.
Oh,
You
no.
told us you've been a sailor your whole life.
Right, yeah, sailor.
Yeah.
But come on.
I mean,
Am I that transparent?
Yeah, your pirate's showing, you know.
Oh my god. Alright, fine, fucking.
But obviously, you never heard of those guys.
Jens and Emil?
Yeah,
Probably not. No. I'm gonna say no. I'm not even gonna ask Sal.
yeah. I mean, it would have came up.
That's what I call my inner voice, my inner monologue.
That's smart. Give it a name.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
You should call yours Sal too.
Okay. I will.
yes, let's all reference Sal a lot from now on.
That would be great.
Anyway,
I love it.
you're saying something about Pirates Network. I've only ever been a part of the one crew. We didn't really interact with other crews a whole lot, though.
Okay.
We'll keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I'm not that interested in them specifically, but just like, this map's really gotten under my shelf, you know?
AH.
AH.
Oh no, it's not really part of it, it's just the illustrator. But I'm
halfling.
curious.
Yeah, but whoever
Our
whoever
halfling.
drew this thing, I don't know. I want to know where they get their information from.
I do too.
Anyway,
Well, I said it was Gold Toe's treasure, right?
yeah, it's true.
So, someone who knows something about Gold Toe would be a good way to sneak away that
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, and you never heard of him either.
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah.
Right?
Never heard of Captain.
Yeah. I think I did ask that before too.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, no. Not a clue.
All right,
Let's
But-
get on a ship.
let's get on a ship.
Let's get on a ship. Let's see if I still have my sea legs.
You trip and fall and die. No, sure.
Just my
Four of
nose.
you, four of you begin to walk the teeter down gangplank that leads up to the coast runner, and as you board, you notice relatively quickly that there are a handful of members of the Naledian Navy on this ship. They seem to be present here simply for, to keep the peace and to make sure everyone's safe and sound and all that jazz. And because of the amount of passengers that they brought here, there are quite a bit of the Naledian Navy on this ship. As far as you can tell on the front deck, or top deck, you easily clock like 14 or so.
Are they uniformed?
They're uniformed. They are all in some sort of malleable and breathable, like maybe studded leathers and stuff like that. None of them really seem to be like ironclad or anything, but like they wear like utility clothes. Some of them seem to be also in the process of like setting the ship up, to they're fully docked at this point, but they're setting the ship up to take off and cast away relatively soon. Some of them just sort of sit around and stand around, just sort of like, that's not their job, so whatever. They are all armed. From the top of this, or from the like sort of port end of the ship, where the raised platform is for the wheel, you see walking down a set of wooden stairs down to the top deck to meet you is a really tall, hulking woman with a single braid of matted sort of strawberry hair braided all the way down to the small of her back. She wears what also seems to be Naledian Navy attire, but a little more, walk to the beat of her own drum style. Shirt's a little bit more open, it's unbuttoned. She is definitely more, swaggering. You guys okay over there?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. She's definitely more swaggering than really anyone on this ship. Everyone else seems to be mostly business. But she also has a sort of what seems to be a ranking officer's like coat that is just slung over her shoulders that her arms are not even sort of put through. And she just sort of approaches you. She is probably 7'4".
Oh shit! Okay.
She's a human woman?
He didn't say that.
Looks to be.
I
Okay.
didn't say that.
I don't know. I'm
She said
asking.
that. She said she's a hulking
I'm
woman.
asking.
That's fine.
Can
don't
I
know.
see her?
Yeah.
She got vaguely
She got
human
pokey
fleshy
ears.
tones.
She got pokey
She
teeth.
doesn't have pokey teeth. She doesn't have pokey ears.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
She's
Other-
hulking. That's all you need to know.
She is hulking,
I'm just
goddammit.
asking questions.
That's fine. You can ask her.
I'm not
See
gonna.
what that gets you.
Fuck all you.
Race they are.
Yeah. You have drinks.
Hey.
Not to be rude.
Hulking women.
What's your race?
Excuse me? Oh, I'm so sorry. What's your race?
Damn.
Oh, goddamn.
It's
That
good.
tastes really good, buddy.
It's really good.
Yeah. So, she approaches you. And she looks down on all of you.
I'm sure.
Physically, not emotionally.
Eh.
Party drinks,
Hey,
everybody.
Party
oh, I
drinks.
love this.
And she
Thanks.
says,
2 party drinks.
oh,
I gotta
throw him back, goddammit.
I can't.
She says,
I'm nursing this puppy.
that's okay, Jimmy. You do it again.
I'm on it.
This hulking woman looks down on you and says, well, you four must be our passengers. I've gotten a letter from Lady Varvek on our voyage telling me to expect 4, she used the word stowaways. I know she was joking. And you are to join us on our voyage to the Blackwell, yes?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Wonderful. My name is Captain Sydney Horseback. I've had a few drinks.
Sydney Horseback.
Sydney Horseback.
That's an interesting name. Where do you come from?
Oh, my people used to hail from the plains of the Hearth. So, centerland of Naledi. But, I'm originally from, well, the ruins of First Light.
You would say if this person had hind legs, right?
Say, sorry?
You would
Hind
say if
legs,
this person
she's not
had
a centaur.
Okay, just checking.
You would have said it though.
No. Kiss, I guess, would be the only one because the rest of you really haven't been too knowledgeable of mainland. You definitely aren't Indigo, and you aren't Kill. Kiss, you can make a general history check to determine who would know about the plains of Hearth.
19.
This woman seems like she's from, or at least has ancestry with the marauding Goliath tribes of.
This 7-foot woman is a Goliath.
I know.
Whatever, guys.
So there you go.
Wow. How exciting.
Aaron called it 2 seconds.
Of course.
Of course.
Just on
Everyone but Jenna knew. No.
To be fair, Indigo was very big a few days ago.
That's so
Very
true.
true.
That's true.
I guess a month ago.
Everyone's big to me.
Oh, that's
That is accurate. That is accurate.
I'm really small.
She says, "Now, I should have you know, the voyage to the Black Weld, at least from here, is not necessarily a walk in the park. There's a reason why we don't necessarily bring folk around through this route. We're going to be restocking there, sort of setting ourselves up and whatnot. If you like working on the ship or whatever, you can, I can see what I can do about getting you all signed up if you wanted to serve or whatever. That's great. But if you're planning on continuing out with your travels, Von may guide you. We're going to be leaving probably the day after we get there. It's going to take us about a 10-day or so to get there. Little more, a little less, depending on what we run into. I just ask of you 2 things. 1, help out around as best you can. The more you do, easier it is for us. Easier it is for us, faster we get there. B, if something happens, I know. I did that on purpose.
I know.
Honestly, it was her laughing at it that got me.
If something happens, whether we reach a storm or there is something more tumultuous under us, there are reefs there that are going to take a bit of maneuvering. Strap down. If you have any experience on ships, awesome. Do what you got to do. Just stay out of the way if things go wrong. Myself and my men should be able to keep it all handled. I've been told that you are capable, which is great, which is why I'm not going to, force you to keep to yourselves or whatever. The ship is yours to move about in. Just keep your eyes open, keep your feet on the ground, and do not go swimming.
Why not?
We will leave you behind.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought that was implied, but
You'd be surprised.
okay.
Fair enough.
Great.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't write them down. What were your names again?
Cassandra?
Sir Castellano, or Kaz if you want to keep it a little shorter.
Kaz, if you respect women.
Kaz, if you respect it like I
I
do.
think I was gonna flow with her just because she's 7
No, it is funny that Kaz is getting more woke as we go.
Fuck, Kaz, if you're feeling salty, I don't fucking care.
I'm Keel.
Indigo, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you all as well. All right.
sorry. Guidance to Jenna.
Nice. Oh, I have 2
because
stacked.
fuck
now.
you, Garen.
Oh, because I forgot to use my
From
name.
Aaron for belittling her.
Amazing.
I gotta remember to use
Wait,
it.
for
I got
what?
2.
For not giving her credit when I said that she called it, and you were
Called
like,
the
we all
Goliath
knew.
thing.
Oh, okay, that's fair, yeah.
That's on
Also,
you.
wild magic search.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
oh, oh, it's a great
Roll that
time
script.
for a wild
get that
magic search.
firewall.
As that's happening, I've started to move about the ship, and I'm offering everybody good berries.
Great.
All the Navy.
Way to save
Navy.
face.
Yep.
Amazing.
I mean, I'm already doing this when this happens,
Sure,
so
sure,
it's
sure.
not like
No,
in
I know.
response to it.
Oh, I know.
78.
70. DM drink 78 words.
78.
All right, let me drink this, and I will tell you what 78 is.
40 good berries from last night.
Thank God
My
I'm still
heavens.
blue, actually.
This is
Blue Dolly.
not good.
Oh.
Okay, why? No, it's okay.
I
Go
feel like I
on.
may have gotten this number before.
Not this one.
Okay.
This is tough. Gotta look up
I'm
what
indigo.
this spell does.
Explode.
Oh no.
I don't like when he has to look it up.
What is it? Eye bite?
Oh, that would
that?
be crazy.
What's that?
It's not eye bite.
It's a high level spell.
It's something a bit more fun. Roll 6d10 for me.
Don't.
Oh
I
fuck!
ask you not to.
Do it.
Do you need some more D10?
I was gonna do my own for my phone. But I
Anybody, anybody need to make a save or anything?
I would like you to roll actual dice. I
Okay,
just think that's
all right,
fun.
all right.
6d10. No saves, just let me know.
Pull out as many as you can.
All right.
There's a couple right at the top. They're D100s, but like it's the same fucking thing.
No, it's D.
Here's.
6d10?
Wait, 6. Here you go.
Oh,
Oh my god, you have a safety net with Eric. That's so fucking dumb. I love it.
Amazing.
You make an NPC named Eric, and Kaz is gonna kiss him on the mouth.
all right.
I am cashing in my points.
Is he just adding him up?
Oh.
34,
Stop rolling dice.
37.
Kaz, what's your health?
30.
Kiss, what's your health?
Less than that, 27.
Kill?
More than that. Hang on.
Thank you.
My health is 39.
Cassander,
Okay.
you start to see the little blue sort of amalgamations of Arcanum start to envelop Indigo again.
Oh, Indigo, please don't.
Oh.
And
I'm
suddenly, poof, a burst of a myriad of colors, every color in the spectrum just erupts out of Indigo, and it blinds you, Cassander. You are blinded. The rest of you just sort of, oh, I mean, that was cool. But Kiss, you literally cannot see.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna sit down.
Well,
I'm
what's
very
going on?
sorry.
I can't see anything.
The captain just goes,
You what?
okay, did you all see that? Or did I blink in that crazy?
Well, he does that. It's like a
Yes,
hiccup.
what was that? I don't know.
Make a deception
I
check.
mean,
Oh, boy.
Fuck, with disadvantage. I mean, fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
You okay?
Uh-huh.
That was just a little joke.
What happened?
I can't see. You there?
Alright, we're right here. We're right here. We're right here.
18.
Okay.
You're fine.
18. She just goes, oh, fuck, I gotta stop drinking that much. Alright, well, I'll be around. Be safe. Thanks for the goodbye, Arian.
Yeah.
She pops it in her
Yeah,
mouth.
you enjoy it.
Steering the ship, are you?
And then Kiss, you start to blink, and the vision slowly comes back.
Oh,
It only lasts for a round.
okay.
So this.
So, color spray erupted out of your body. The way it works is you roll 60-10. The total is
Oh, that's right.
subtracted from the total of anybody like in your 15-foot vicinity, and starting with the lowest health. So because you had the lowest health and you rolled like 30 whatever or 40 something, it just takes it all off, and then there was only so much left that wouldn't affect anybody else.
yeah.
So you were blinded.
Fair enough.
No big deal.
I'm very sorry about that. Hopefully that won't happen again.
I'm sure.
I thought you were gonna be blinded.
Me too.
I feel like that hasn't really happened in the last
Blinded.
month. I forgot you did it.
That'd be bad.
Yes, it's weird that it didn't happen for the last month.
Thank God. No one paid for it.
Well,
Okay.
I
Weird.
shall perhaps I should try to make myself a bit scarce.
No,
in case
no.
that,
Don't feel that way. You're fine.
Oh, all right. Well,
Perhaps it's like, something that will be more and more rare as your life goes on. Don't you think?
You grow out of it like asthma.
Yeah, like.
yes, that's quite possible. I'm just afraid if we're on a ship and I catch fire or something, that's going to cause quite a few problems.
That's fair.
If you catch fire, I'll just throw you in the water.
Yeah.
Yes, I suppose that was.
Wait, she said don't go for a swim.
Well.
That's different.
I'll just go in the water but not swim then. I'll
Yeah.
just sink and die. Wonderful.
So we've got a plan.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we'll just figure it out as it goes.
Yeah, we'll cross that ship when we get there.
We're great improvisers.
Yeah.
Right, that's not the phrase, but okay. I'm gonna take my blue ass and help around here because I know how to run a ship. So,
Right, you do.
and so yeah, I'm just gonna go around and see who needs help.
Work. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Sure.
I'll also use Druidcraft to keep an eye on the weather.
Who does it look like is steering the ship?
Well, it's not moving right now. It's docked.
Right, is gonna steer the ship.
That'd be a 19.
You assume the
Probably
captain. No
the-
one's around the wheel. 19.
19.
So, you begin to meander around the ship, and you all start to spread out or so. There's a handful of Navymen that are doing their thing and whatnot, and there are a couple other men that are not dressed in the Naledian Navy attire. And they seem to also be deckhands and whatnot. And a few of them, you know, here and there, you're like, oh, okay, I'll help you pull this rope or whatever. You're just doing like the, you know, the motions and whatnot. And eventually, as you swing around towards the door to the cabin area, you're about to like just go in, just sort of like get your stuff like situated after you did your little thing with helping out everybody. You notice out of the corner of your eye, near the edge of the coast runner, there seems to be a slightly more rotund man, not like round by any means, but barrel-chested, wider forearms, a little bit of like a receding hairline. He seems to be in the process of like tying a thick rope, you know, just going through the motions of sort of preparing certain things, and he's moving like a barrel or two over, and you sort of just turn and you do a double take.
No. Oh shit.
That's Eric fucking Stand.
Shit. Holy fuck.
Going through the motions, doesn't seem to notice you or anything like that, just doing his thing. Tying down the ship. Tying off the ship.
We're below decks right now, right?
You were about to enter to go below.
Okay.
This is still top.
I come this close to just taking out my sword right now. I don't, but I thank Von May that I've stayed blue.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason why he does not recognize you.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go find my crew or my group again.
Word. What are the three of you doing?
I think Indigo's like helping, like trying to like. He's not very acquainted with this type of work, so he's just sort of like he'll offer his help, but like it's kind of like, what do I do with this rope?
Yeah, and you do that, and a lot of them are just like, I got it.
Very well.
Yeah. Can't say you didn't try.
Yeah.
Kiss, kill.
I'm just looking around the ship to see. I mean, not for right now, but like for later. Is there any like fun stuff a kid could climb on?
There are a lot of fun things that you can climb on. A lot of masts, a lot of men.
All good.
A certain
all
woman.
good.
So whatever you want to do.
Great points. Just making notes of those things to myself.
Yeah, I'm just being chatty.
To the point where a lot of them are like, I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thanks for the good berry.
Yeah.
Very good.
Cool. As I'm walking around and handing out good berries, is everyone similarly equipped in terms of like weaponry?
Yeah,
Do they have,
I mean, nothing like
sword at
stands
their
out.
side or something, or
Some of them have short swords. Caught a chili there. Some of them have short swords. Most of them have like a form of like a hand crossbow like at their hip. Some of them don't have any. I mean the naval the Navy men are all armed, but some of the deckhands and stuff like that just aren't. But yeah, there seems to be a pattern. Definitely every one of the Navy men have some sort of hand crossbow. There is a gentleman that you notice, for the sake of brevity, you notice the man who I described earlier, and he does have what seems to be like some sort of blade like around his hip.
Yeah.
And he also has a hand crossbow on the other side.
Okay.
But he seems to be the only one that is like armed outside of the naval folk.
Cool. I'll just cast Druidcraft and see what the weather's going to be today.
You do so, and it's gonna be nice and sunny, baby. Perfect day for sailing.
Perfect day for sailing. When we shoving off?
Eventually, Kaz collects you all.
Hello.
Hi. I've just been around the ship. one of the crew. He wasn't in naval. You said
He was
right?
not naval
Yeah.
uniform.
Is a man I know. His name is Eric Stant. And
Oh, wonderful. Perhaps you can introduce us.
No, actually, I am going to kill him
Oh.
before we get to the end of this trip.
Whoa. 10 days from now?
Well, 10 days from now, or if we continue from the Black World, this man cannot survive this fucking trip.
Whoa. What on earth is up with him?
He is a very bad man who has done some very bad things, and he should fucking die for it.
Okay. Whew. Capital
that's-
punishment. All right.
That's certainly quite an agenda for the trip.
Well, it's just the one, though, right?
Yeah, what'd he do?
This is kind of a long story. Do you want to hear it right now, or should we perhaps wait until a little later in the day?
More
Ideally, sometime before we help you kill him.
Right.
more narratively satisfying moment.
Honestly, like I'm fine with telling it right now, but maybe more narratively satisfying. But also, like, it is the middle of the day, and
This
there's
seems
probably
like the sort of conversation one has like at night by candlelight or something.
yes.
All right, we can talk about it later. Let's maybe just keep the killing to like the end of the trip.
Well, that's fine. I certainly don't want to do it right now.
I still want to sour the mood.
I want to actually make it to our destination.
Well, the issue is, I do want him to suffer, so
Got that.
Okay.
it's not going to be like throat slit in the night. It's going to be protracted, long.
Yes.
Okay.
This seems like perhaps something to perhaps do. You said you don't want them to survive the trip.
Well, basically, I don't want to lose him. You know.
Right. Well, everyone's going to be stopping at after we land, correct?
At the Black World. So yeah, we would have a day at that point.
I noticed you saying "we" here. I don't know that I don't know. Well, I guess I don't know the whole story yet, but
Right, yeah. I'm honestly pretty sure you guys will be on my side by the time you hear the story. So, we can table it for now, but
But just don't go killing him this afternoon or
no,
anything.
it would not take just an afternoon.
You're gonna make it take.
Yeah, he said he's gonna make it long and torturous.
Oh my god.
Are you okay? Your hearing going out too?
No, I could.
Wait, how many fingers?
Stop it! You
How
don't
m-
even have fingers.
How many sounds am I making?
It's got 4 fingers.
How many sounds?
Yeah, I'm trying to check if you're deaf too.
I can hear your. What? What'd you say?
Oh shit.
What was that?
You're
Who are
fucking.
you talking?
You're fucking with me, aren't you?
Where did you go? I can't hear you anymore.
All right, well, I'm
We're
gonna
in
make my
trouble.
way to a cabin and sharpen my blade.
Alrighty. For the sake of brevity, the rest of you go about your duties on the ship, meander about, and eventually the day turns to night. And actually, just before the sun sets into the west, you all feel the ship shove off, and you begin to set sail. Some of you stay out on the top of the deck to watch and to wave goodbyes to some of the folk that come to bid you farewell. And eventually, after about an hour or so, you find yourselves onto the Cerulean Ocean proper. You all convene in the cabin that you share, and there are bits of candlelight around. Here you sit. There are a few beds here. It seems as though this room has been prepared for you. It's not big by any means, but it's enough room for the four of you to at least get a half-decent night's sleep. You feel the rocking of the ship and the creaking of the wood, the crashing and the ebbing and the flowing of the waves around you. You hear the footsteps above you of the crew. You hear the mild whispers of other people in the rooms next to you and whatnot. These are thin walls.
You alright?
It's as alright as I can be.
Right.
I should be having a lot better time being on the ocean again, but circumstances.
Here, let's get your mind off it. Do you want me to read your fortune?
Alright, sure.
Could be fun. Give me your hand.
Okay.
Okay. So this line right here, and I start, reading his palm or whatever. To what
To
Make
what
an insight
skill
check.
level? Yes.
To what skill level do I read palms?
Yes.
Insight check.
And I'm using one of my guidances because
Whoa.
I had two, and so I'm using one of them now. Oh, that's actually pretty. 18?
18.
Mm-hmm.
You trace the lines in his hand, and to the best of your ability, you try to discern some sort of anything that you've learned before just about how to read palms, and the lines are just crossed in such a way that his destiny or fate or whatever you want to call it seems tumultuous, like he's being pulled in a handful of different directions, and it's like trying to see a tree through the forest. There's so many things going on.
Huh. That's funny.
What?
It's just that your lines are perfect. You're going to live such a wonderful, happy life. It's beautiful. I've never seen such a perfect palm.
I don't even need a deception check for that. That's.
Yes,
Well, you don't know.
do.
Yes, you do. She's a good liar.
I don't believe it. Is the thing.
You can choose not to believe it.
Yeah, I am choosing. Like, regardless of whatever insight I roll,
Sure.
I do not believe.
Sure. Whatever you like.
It's very exciting.
Right.
Good for you.
Yeah. That goes back into the past too, right? Like, just my whole life is gonna be great.
That's not really what it means. So, you see this one? How it
Ro-
sort of stops here?
Yeah.
That means there's going to be some sort of life-changing event that alters the course.
Is that early on or is that later?
Well, it's hard to say. They're not marked out like a calendar. But maybe you know.
I'm pretty sure I fucking know, to be honest. Right, is that everyone's here, right?
Yeah.
Right, cool. So,
Are we about to talk about the thing?
I was going to. Did you have something important to say?
Well, perhaps we should let me play some music so that it sort of sets the mood and makes it so can't hear.
Right, good call.
I'll play use minor illusion to make some music as we are talking.
I also am like keeping it hushed. I wasn't gonna. Yeah. So, 20 years ago. What?
How old are you?
26.
All right.
Yeah, it's a fucking tragic story. It starts early. I was with my mother, near a wharf, and she disappeared, and a man appeared, who took me onto a ship. For 10-ish years, I was mostly locked in a box.
Oh shit.
Whipped, forced to work for nothing. Fed shit, moldy bread, fruit, if I was lucky. He left all these, and I like lift up my shirt and just like scars all over. Until that ship happened to be attacked by a pirate ship. And even the fucking pirates who found me thought that was fucking disgusting. And they gave me a blade and let me run amok on the ship with them. But unfortunately, that fat piece of shit managed to get off the ship and either swim away, get on a fucking boat. I don't know. But yeah, 10 years of hell, 10 years of this, 10 years of moldy bread. So I would like to rip his throat out in the slowest fucking way possible.
There's not really a real slow way to rip a throat out.
Right, yeah,
But-
you're right. Maybe death by 1,000 cuts sort of thing.
Yeah.
One toe at a time, one limb at a time.
Well, that is certainly a tragic story indeed.
Hey, was it this guy? And I make a minor illusion of the guy that I saw that was equipped differently than everybody else.
Yeah, that's him, and I would really love to not see that right now.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
So what is your plan?
Right now, trying to avoid a blind rage, but I want to take every year of my life out of that man's fucking hide.
He was dressed in Navy regalia?
No.
No,
Okay, so he's a passenger. But
he's crew.
Passenger, crew.
Yeah, you're not
Not Navy.
but he's not part of the Navy.
is there any like uniform for the crew? Or the crew is just like
No, the
just
crew is
dudes? Okay,
haphazard.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Well, do you think you can stand to be on the ship in the meantime?
Don't really have much of a choice right now. We've kind of left already.
Of course.
I can stay my blade, but I'm not letting him out of my general vicinity unless he is a corpse.
They said, Sydney said that they don't generally like to, take regular passengers on this route. I mean, wonder what he's doing here.
I imagine he's just part of the crew. I don't think the Navy and crew are quite the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think someone owns the ship and they're like using it for the Navy. That's my guess.
Got it. You think it's his ship?
Fucking hope not. Anyone who put that man in charge of a ship is a fucking idiot.
Well,
Jamie, pull your mic closer.
oh, just the same kind of back. Well, that is. I mean, that is a. Indeed, the story. That's a horrible. What happened to you? Are you quite sure that you want to go? I mean, I realize we have killed before, but this feels a bit different from, going out and fighting bandits or whatever. This feels a bit cold-blooded.
I would argue that it is in fact quite hot-blooded.
I mean, yes, but you know what I mean. Perhaps the phrase isn't quite
Sort
accurate.
of, yes. I guess you could say, though, I'm taking the law into my own hands because slavery, generally frowned upon, I believe. I know we had the Dragonborns a couple decades ago, but we don't do that anymore. I'm not even a Dragonborn, and that man deserves to die, right?
I'd definitely kill him if I were you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Good luck.
Wait, though. Not tonight.
Well, I'm not gonna. Right? Yeah, I understand. We need
Wait for the moment.
transportation. We need to get to where we're going. I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to get you guys in trouble, in case there's some sort of like accessory, whatever shit. But I need you to understand. I cannot let him go.
You won't.
Well,
We won't.
I suppose if that's what you feel you must do.
How long has it been since you've seen him?
10 years.
You're sure that's him?
I am. You don't forget the face of someone who tortures you for 10 years.
He doesn't recognize you.
I am blue now,
That's true.
And
You
10
are
years
blue.
older.
and 10 years older.
And 10 years older. All right.
What do you remember about him in terms of like his capability? See, I mean, is he going to be a problem for you?
I mean, I was a child.
Yeah.
You know, I was 6 when he got me, and then from then on, I was malnourished,
Right.
kept in a box. I wasn't exactly a strong child. It's probably why I'm only 5'6".
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. He kept me weak, so I don't think he's a particularly strong person.
Okay. So it's just about timing.
It's all about timing to when I can get the most amount of time with him. Right.
Noted.
Yeah. It is a challenge to kill somebody slowly without drawing attention to yourself, but
I've put a lot of thought into it.
yeah, I imagine
Pretty sure.
so.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, it sounds like they're real hard asses where we're going in terms of like doing what you're told. So, maybe don't do it right away, but do what you got to do before we land. And I mean, let me know if you need help.
I suppose I don't need to torture him. I don't need to drag it out. I want him to know who is fucking killing him. I suppose that's the most important thing.
We will. Don't worry.
Good. Anyway, not as long of a story as I thought, so
Pretty bad one, though.
if you've got anything else to do tonight, feel free. I'm going to lay here for a little bit, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. Are we like down in a cabin or
Yes, you're
okay.
below deck.
Can I just go up to deck and hang out?
absolutely.
I'm just gonna head out, you know me, I like to be under the sky.
Right.
But I'll keep an eye on things while I'm up there.
I'm going upstairs too. You gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Alright.
Cool.
Is the Navy still on deck?
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh yeah. There's like a night shift and like a day shift.
Can I go up to one of them?
Sure.
Hey, so quick question for you. How allowed is it for people to sort of like play about on the ship?
Play about.
So you see like that mast up there? It looks like it would be really fun to like stand on top and get a nice view of the water. Could a very small and non-disruptive person climb up there?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. And I have my other guidance, which will be somewhat helpful.
Actually, that's really good. It's a dirty 20.
30-20. He sort of just looks at you, raises an eyebrow. I'm sure. Be careful.
I will.
All right. When you say play about,
No, I just want to go up and look.
okay. You can use the rope ladder. I think Jameson's up there, so just let him know. I guess. Call it. Hold on. Jameson. And you see a head pop up and look down. Oi! And he goes, "This little girl's coming up." And he just goes, "All right." Yeah. Okay, she's cool with it.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And he just sort of turns around and goes back to just sort of looking off the side of the ship.
I'm climbing the rope ladder.
Sure, you don't need to check or anything. You climb the rope ladder. You are now in the crow's nest. And Jameson just sort of is leaned up against the side of the crow's nest. And he's just like, "Hello?
Hi,
What's your name then?"
Cassandra Rosewood.
Right? Jameson?
Jameson.
It's the crow's nest.
Do you stay up here all the time?
No?
No? You switch?
Yeah?
This one seems like the best job. Do you like it when you get to be up here?
It's really lonely. Boring, really. I'd rather be down in the poop deck, really, but...
No way. Really? You'd like that
Yeah.
better?
Oh, yeah.
With all the poop.
He just sort of... He just puts his hand on his forehead. You ever been on a boat before?
Yeah, once.
I guess you would have had to because you came from an island. There's not poop on the poop deck.
No?
I mean, not unless you drop trow and put it on there yourself.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that makes what I did last week really awkward.
Now.
Yeah.
Everyone was calling it that.
Yeah, it's like... Okay, did you just want to look at the night sky from up here?
Yeah.
Right.
They think it's pretty.
It's great.
I guess you're used to it.
You could say that.
You've been on the ship a long time?
Yeah, see. We set sail about 2 months ago,
Oh, wow. Do you miss home?
I guess. Amel's not really a exciting enough place. Just a bunch of farmland in the hills, really.
I know how that goes. You're from Armor.
Yeah, born and raised.
Wow, how exciting.
I guess.
Well, I'm glad you're out to sea.
Makes one of us.
You don't like being here?
Not really. It's just a way for me to get into the academy.
The academy?
Yeah. If you work for the Navy for a little while, they'll pay for your fucking tuition at the academy.
Oh, Hyreth Academy.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you want to do? Study?
Alchemy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
I think so.
How long is it until you'll be able to go?
Fuck. Now 3 years.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have so much cool experience, though.
I guess. Looking at the stars. On a ship. Hoorah.
There's a lot you can learn from the stars.
Right? Like what?
The future. If you read them.
And let me guess. You can read the stars?
I mean, I think I can. A little.
Well, what do they say?
But let me find out. Actually, do you have a question you'd like to ask them? Like a sort of yes or no thing?
Fuck. Sure. Will I get into Hyreth Academy?
Let me find out.
Can I do an augury ritual?
Sure.
Okay.
I do it.
You do so. And I don't think
I know
that's. I don't
okay,
think that.
I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
phrase
You
it
have
that
to
way.
figure it out.
So, allow
I was
me
gonna
to
say you can't ask
rephrase-
that question.
Yeah, you're right. Allow me to rephrase. Okay. If he goes through with his time in the Navy, etc., will it pan out favorably for him in that he's
Sure.
going to get where he wants to go?
You lay out your reagents on the lip of the crow's nest, and you look up into the sky, and you can see there's a handful of different sparkling stars that just glimmer a little brighter now that you're staring at them. And you utter an incantation under your breath, and it's almost as if those stars align themselves in accordance with the little half crescent that you've put using your reagents on the lip of this part of the crow's nest. And you feel that presence of the mythos of the realm around you, and you pluck at it, and from the sky you take a bit of knowledge that says, whoa.
Oh.
Roll initiative.
He stabs ya! No.
That's
Um,
interesting.
Should he stick with the Navy, he will not eventually make it towards the academy.
Funny thing about reading the stars, you have to decide if you really want to know the answer. Do you really want to know?
Can you really read the stars?
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm fresh out of guidance, but ooh, okay. 13, I think.
13.
Or 12.
12. Yeah.
Okay. If you really want to get into Hyreth, I don't think you should stay in the Navy all the next 3 years. You should stop before then.
Fuck. How am I supposed to pay for it?
I don't know. Don't they have scholarships or anything?
I mean, I don't come from a rich family, and I'm not that good. So I joined the Navy. Shit, really?
I'm sorry. I don't know why. But
Doesn't mean a whole lot of good.
well, I'm doing my best. But I mean, so far, I must say, if you decide to take up a career as sort of an adventurer that saves towns, you make a good amount of money. If you're looking for a change of career.
Isn't that a little dangerous?
Oh, certainly, yes. But so sailing.
Not really. I mean, we're just going from little town to little town.
How do you know that's not the reason the stars don't want you to sail anymore?
I don't know. I don't read the stars.
Maybe that's what they're saying. Because it's dangerous.
I know. Well, and then what? Going adventuring and fighting monsters and things isn't?
No, you're right. Maybe you should pick a safer career. Go be a dentist or something.
Dentist?
Sure. What do you like
People
to do?
don't go to get their teeth cleaned.
Perhaps they ought to.
You could invent dentistry.
I just intuitively know what that word means.
The root dent.
Of course. Well, I'm not saying what it has to be. It doesn't have to be adventuring. It's just the first thing I thought of. That's what I do.
You?
Oh, yeah.
Aren't you like 12?
12? I'm 20 years old.
You serious?
I'm a halfling.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Your hat covers your ears a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, that's really embarrassing. There's a lot of halflings where I come from. I just didn't... Honestly, I thought you were just a little girl.
I was gonna say, isn't he from Amel?
Yeah.
That's fair. But I'm an adult.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt my feelings. I understand.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's all
It's
right.
usually like, you know...
You think 12-year-olds are 3.5 feet tall? 12-year-old
I don't
humans?
fucking know. Yeah, I don't know. You could have stunted growth or something. I don't judge.
That's good of you. That's good.
Yeah. Right, well, thanks, I guess. I'm gonna get back to work.
Right.
Yeah.
But like eventually, you should switch that.
Sure. Not a lot I can do about it right now.
No, not today. Not this week.
Okay.
I just mean ambiguous future.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot for me to think about, I think, on this voyage.
Good speaking with you.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Sorry about the whole...
Doesn't hurt my feelings.
Okay. Yeah.
Totally fine.
Thanks, I guess.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll see you around the ship.
I'll see you.
On the poop deck.
Right.
Bye.
And you
Climbing down.
climb down the crow's nest.
Lovely.
Kill?
So I'm sitting out on the deck, and I'm trying to just kind of like see who's out here, see if Kaz's old friend
Stant.
is out here.
Go ahead and give a...
Did you actually say his name? I don't think
He did, yes.
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give a
sorry about
perception check.
With guidance.
With
guidance.
With guidance.
Guidance.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That was lovely.
But now why do you roll everything
Because
at advantage?
this is the rolling area.
Rolling area.
It was worse the second time anyway.
I don't know about all
I
this.
know,
I
but
know,
it's
I said
another
that
thing
earlier.
to put in the thing. Why is this a problem?
I just feel like you gotta get more careful
If
with
I
your
roll
rolls.
a
You're rolling
20
everything twice.
and it's over here,
I
I'm not
know.
going to count it.
I know, but it's weird to see you roll everything twice. It just feels like you're rolling at advantage all the time.
It's fine. I think it's fine as long as you're
Can we get
consistent
on
with
with
it.
Can I tell you what the number
It's a 19.
A 19. You look about, and it doesn't take you long to find Eric Stant just sort of near the top of the of where the ship's wheel is. He's not steering the ship by any means. There seems to just be a naval crewman who is helming the ship at this point. You assume Captain Sidney is resting for the night. But Stant is just sort of leaned up against the side of the boat, just looking out across the sea, looking up at the stars every once in a while. He doesn't seem to be doing anything.
Yeah.
He's just hanging out.
Okay. I'm probably getting more passenger vibes than crew vibes from the way he's behaving.
Probably a good idea.
Can I just ritual cast detect magic over the next minute or so?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah. And once it fires off, I'm just gonna kind of like take a lap around, see if I see anything magical. Certainly, I want to clock him during that time.
You actually, I mean, like, as you just sort of walk around, you make sure to get him in your range for this incantation, and you actually don't detect any magic on him. You don't detect any magic really from anyone else besides like Cassandra up here.
Cool.
So.
Okay. Did he take a good berry from me earlier?
He did.
Nice.
Yeah, you went around to like everybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took one.
Go take it back.
Cool.
I reached out his throat and I take it from his tummy.
Damn.
As he deserves.
Yeah.
I'll go up to where the kind of where he and the guy steering
Steering
the
the
boat
ship,
are. And I'll just say, hey, y'all enjoy those berries earlier? I got more where those came from, in case you need. You shouldn't need. They tend to do the job, but just offering.
The Navyman steering the ship just sort of nods at you, and he says, "Oh, yeah, it was great. I skipped dinner and everything, lunch as well. It was nice. I think I had one of those before. We were docked somewhere near the ruins of First Light, and I think someone was selling them. And Captain Sydney bought one for like a couple of the crew people, and it was for the night shift, so I got to eat one.
I'm still learning about capitalism, I never even thought of that.
Yeah, you just, you could sell them. Apparently they're pretty rare, because not a lot of people can cultivate them, I guess. I don't know if you grow them.
And they don't last.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to kind of eat them right away.
Right.
That's why they're not that expensive.
Yeah, but it kind of makes them special, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And Eric says, "It was good. Appreciate the sentiment."
So, obviously we're all headed to the same place, but what's your deal? How'd you end up here?
Just making my way down the coast.
Yeah, a little sightseeing.
Something like that.
Me too. I'm just out checking out what there is to see, I guess.
Hey.
Yeah.
A little far from home, aren't you?
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
So I've heard about your people.
Yeah, plan on getting further away from home.
Amen to that, brother.
Where are you from?
Around.
Well, that's not really true.
Technically, it's always true.
I take like a real long beat to think about that.
Word for sure.
And I'm like, nah, I don't really see how that's true.
Well, everyone is around somewhere.
Well, yeah.
So, at any given time, I'm from around.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of... Oh, well, okay, I'll move on. Well, cool. Anything you looking forward to in Black Whale?
Oh, I'm not stopping at the Black World.
Oh, no? Just along for the ride?
I mean, we have to stop there, but a little further north.
No. Got a final destination? Anywhere I should kind of put on my bucket list?
I suppose so. Not yet.
No? Okay. Well, I'll be around.
What was your name, by the way? I remember getting it.
Yeah, I'm Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always up for conversation, as you could probably tell, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Name's Richter.
Richter?
Yeah.
Ah, good to meet you, Richter.
Thanks for the berry.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll probably have some more tomorrow if you wanna help yourself. Who knows when you'll get another chance.
We'll see. Depends on what they're going to be making.
Oh, okay. They make good food here on the ship?
Yeah, every once in a while. Depending on what we pick up from where we pick it up.
Oh, okay. Are you like, when you say we, are you sort of involved in the crew here, or are you just along for the ride?
More or less. Hired hand.
Oh, okay. Just for this particular journey, or you been here a while?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. I kind of nudged the guy steering the ship, and I'm like, man, a few words over here.
I just sort of chuckles. That's Richter.
I haven't worked this hard in a while,
And Richter actually, Eric also actually chuckles a bit, and he says, "Well, to be honest with you, you're friendly enough, turtle. I just keep to myself. I hear that's how your people are as well."
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a funny thing, It's not like I get lonely when I'm by myself. I quite relish it, but on the other hand, moments for conversation and interaction, they kind of come and go, and so I just like to take advantage of whatever's available at any given time. Conversation is just one of those such things.
So a resourceful thing to think.
So anyway, like I said, I'll be around if you get sick of your silence.
Aye.
And I'll kind of give a little salute kind of thing and whatnot.
He nods his head.
Yeah. Any other commotion on the poop deck? People just kind of doing what they're doing.
You see Cassandra making her way down the crow's nest.
Oh, hey,
It's really pretty up there.
you're moving quick up and down there.
Oh yeah, it's easy. You could probably do it.
Yeah, my technique's probably a little bit different than yours,
Probably.
but I'd probably leave a mark. To be honest.
Good point.
Like get my claws in there, you know.
Well, that's all right. I mean, it's the same stars you can see from down here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I never get sick of them.
How's your friend the moon this evening?
You mean Lenny?
I do.
Yeah, Lenny's good.
You spoken to him?
Well, yeah, sort of.
Where's Indigo?
This whole time I basically, I think I'm actually sticking with Kaz for right now, just kind of hanging out. I don't know what's it depends on what Kaz is up to at the moment.
Crying.
I would say brooding for the most part.
Yeah.
I would like to use
Classic.
my action to
Like a
brood.
Yeah.
Pretty intense. A lot going on internally right now.
Roll to brood.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll just kind of keep you company, but like stay quiet. Just kind of like I'll keep the music going, but like
Vibes.
I'll create some like brooding.
Lo-fi,
Brooding music.
lo-fi
together.
chill beats.
Yeah, lo-fi beats to brood to.
Yeah.
After a while of like not really talking or doing anything, I think he would probably like lay down. Are we in like hammocks or like what's the deal there?
No, it's actually like
Like
padded cots, yeah.
Oh, dope.
Mhm.
Okay. I think he would just pick a cot, and he would kind of turn away and definitely like curled up a little bit, shaking, whether anger, sadness, whatever, just not having a great time.
I guess I'll say. Actually, I think Indigo just like is like about to say something, then just kind of have a good night, Kaz, and
You too.
retire for the night.
All right. Kiss and I give him a big old smooch.
Give him a kiss.
Kiss and kill. Are you two also coming down to retire?
Are there any like? How far from the coast are we sailing?
In general or like right now?
Like just like as we're so far as we've been traveling, are we pretty much like hugging the coast, or are we a ways out? Just out of curiosity.
You are in the open sea right now.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Gotcha. I think because it was called like the Coast Cruiser or whatever, I was
The Coast Runner.
Yeah, the Coast Runner. I was like picturing like sailing up the coast, you know. But it's actually like out.
It perhaps did do that while it was on its way to Aodra.
Sure. Yep. Okay. Just curious.
Yes.
Um,
Party drinks, but they only want Garrett and JB to drink.
Amazing.
Garrett doesn't have a drink.
Here, Garrett, you
What
can,
to do?
you can have
Oh my
the rest of
god.
mine.
I'm gonna
if you need.
sneak around.
Gorgeous.
Yes, sir.
Gorgeous.
So rude.
And then you.
What?
You got excluded from party drinks.
I know. I'm
Very
so
nice,
thirsty.
Very nice.
You know what? You're not the boss of me, chat.
Yeah, Matt.
Can't fucking stop.
You
me.
paid for
Hey,
it.
stop
I'm
me,
doing it.
motherfucker. Hell yeah.
Well, you can stop me. I don't have any drinks.
Excuse everybody.
Mine's still like.
That's okay, Jamie. You drink it.
I know, it's just
1
funny.
millimeter at a time.
I love it.
So you know, like sometimes if you're out on a boat, sometimes like a bird will just like land on your boat and
Sure.
like, fly off.
You're
If
hoping
that
for birds.
happens, I will do something. But if it hasn't happened, I won't wait for it to happen.
It
You're gonna
hasn't
hold it down
happened.
like you did with the nana bush. You're gonna hold it down like you did with the nana bush.
I eat them. I eat that
eat
bird.
the
I hate that
bird.
bird. Okay. Yeah. I'll retire. On the way in, I'll just tell Cassandra that our boy's name is Richter.
Richter.
He's that's what he's going by.
Interesting. Wonder how long he's been keeping that up.
I don't know. He's a hired hand on the ship, and he's not stopping in Blackwell, so he wouldn't give up where he's going. He's a man of few words.
Well, maybe he will if someone else tries talking to him tomorrow.
Maybe take your shot.
I like to heckle. I'll do it nicely. Subtly. Really good.
You're good at nicely. I'm not sure about subtly.
I'm really subtle. I don't know what you mean.
Do something subtle.
What am I doing right now?
Insight check.
Inside check.
I don't even know what this is.
Disadvantage.
It's a natural 1.
You have no fucking idea.
You
what he's
have
doing.
you have gas?
That is subtle. Very subtle.
I told you.
I almost don't even know what you're trying to do right now. Almost.
Almost.
Anyway.
You know what I was thinking actually? Not
What's that?
tonight. But you know, normally, except right now, you have really good insight about people.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should gamble. I think we should play cards.
Me and you, or against other people?
Yeah, us, but against other people.
Oh, I go, he's lying. And you're like, cool.
But sneakily.
Oh, well, I'm not very sneaky. I don't know if you noticed.
Well, I'm very sneaky.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. Maybe you could come up with a secret code way for us to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got any ideas?
I have a couple.
Oh, okay.
Can I show you something?
Sure.
Just turn your head the other way for a quick second. I'm gonna for a few seconds.
Oh, a few seconds. Okay, maybe 6+ seconds to give you time to execute an
That'd be
action.
really good, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. All right.
Sure.
All right,
7 seconds.
Tell me when.
Okay. Now.
I cast the message cantrip.
1,
Oh, message?
And I say
Oh,
something.
Two.
okay.
I know he's right next to me. but
3.
I'm gonna
Yeah, what do you say?
4.
Can you hear me inside your head?
Oh. I mean, I hear you.
No.
It's a weird echo thing where you can hear her whispering, but you can then hear her clear as day in your head.
Gotcha.
Could you hear that?
Are her mouths moving?
Our mouth move.
All her mouth move, buddy. Yeah, she be slapping them girls. She can't just focus up. You know how women beat, they go,
Yeah.
Hey, baby,
Let me see that mouth
hey,
move.
baby, we got a pretty little mouth there. You keep on moving them lips. Yeah, I hear you in my head. Yeah.
It's like a deep South auctioneer.
We're in the throes of this game right now, buddy. Episode 11.
If this ain't D&D.
HelloFresh, use our link or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGSE1558 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. Across 6 Hello Buy fresh boxes below free shipping.
If you want
Use
to
your
shovel,
mouth.
if you want to shovel food into your mouth,
Yeah, if you want to slap your gums with some good food, go to HelloFresh. Yeah. Yeah, you slap them.
Well, damn, yeah, I do hear you.
Okay.
That's a good trick.
So something like that. Do you think?
And we can just freely communicate inside message, basically, right? Well, she has to recast message every time.
Just cast it every
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
But maybe you and Kaz are actually the ones playing cards, and I'm just sort of lurking around the outside, and then I can sort of talk in
You
your
do
head.
have to, for message, you have to speak it.
Right, but I didn't
It's
think
not
you got
just
to
in your
shout
head.
it.
Whispering.
Yeah, you can say it, but it's so that someone who can hear you distance away.
So
So when you cast the spell message, other
have to
people can
speak.
hear the message that you speak.
If they're next to you, yeah.
That's why I've only been able to
Seems
use
to
it so
fully
far.
invalidate the usage of that spell.
Otherwise, you'd have to be shouting for someone to hear you from across whatever.
Well, it also
You have
works
to-
through
you have to
walls and
Take out a
stuff.
silver wire and speak into the wire and
Okay.
direct it towards someone.
They kind of take liberties with it on Dimension 20 and stuff.
Yeah.
It's definitely never meant to be I telepathically talk to you. It's I speak out loud and up to, I think it's 500 feet away. I think
Oh, is it that far?
it's a
thought it was, like,
ways.
crazy.
It's
Oh,
really
no.
far.
It's a ways.
through certain amounts of wall.
Yeah.
Especially wood.
It's as long as you know where someone is in the direction that you're pointing to.
120 feet.
Oh, 120 feet. Yeah, and it's through some types of substances.
You can kind of whisper it. Okay.
Now it
Yeah.
does say, you as the message caster whisper a message.
Yeah.
And then it says the target and only the target hears the message and can reply.
Here's the message, but if someone is standing next to you and you are whispering,
Right,
they
I
hear-
agree.
Okay.
I agree. But then, and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
yes, again, in a whisper,
So
if
both of us
someone
are
is near you,
whispering.
they will hear it.
But it
Okay.
says that only you can
I know. The way it's worded, I understand that it suggests
Telepathy
that
is
would
a
be the
separate
case.
thing.
Telepathy is a completely separate ability.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then subsequently, the spell sending is another completely separate thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
True.
Well, that might work. I don't know.
Not if I'm at the table, perhaps, but maybe you and Cass, because he's really sneaky also. You could be playing cards, and I could be lurking around the outside, just la di da di da, and I could just,
Yeah, but then couldn't you just? Yeah, whatever you say is I'm
What's
okay.
wrong with that plan?
Well, because I'm gonna have to whisper you information.
You don't have to
They're-
say anything to me. I'll see your cards.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you're gonna like walk around, see their cards, and then you're gonna like go off in the corner and be
I'm
like,
small. No one notices me.
By the way, you got them dice I gave you. If you want to be gambling, you should be using those.
I do have those.
Yeah,
dice you gave me.
that's Matt talking to Jenna right now about her.
It's both.
You just gotta be flapping them gums, goddammit.
Moving them mouths.
You're so right. I think we should do that at some point on this journey.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay out here like I usually do, But if y'all need me, I'll be out here.
Don't you ever get lonely?
No.
I don't know how.
So,
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm under the stars and all the creatures on this planet. I just feel, connected to all of them. I never really feel like It's funny, I never really feel like I have to talk to anybody, but I really like to. Once I get started, I have a hard time stopping, but no.
Okay. All right. Well, have a good time. Good night.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
I'm going to bed.
Okay. You all drift off into a night's sleep. Sirikaz. As you lay there in your cot shivering, not surprisingly, you find it a bit hard to get some shut-eye. Eventually, you exhaust yourself, and you drift off a bit long after everyone else falls asleep. You overhear some whisperings here and every once in a while, but eventually sleep finds you. And you feel this odd sense of a cold chill envelop your body. And the darkness around you is peeled away a little bit. And you look around and you're standing on what seems to be a black marble floor. Pews all around you, and you look around and it's as if you're back in the King's Hand Chapel, but it's different. The floor is black, the walls are black, the ceiling black, all marble, reflecting you. Not in your cursed blue hue, but in your birthed red, crimson skin. And you see your reflection, and it turns from who you are now to who you were when you were 20. Not too far into your escapades with your new crew. Then it reverts back further to when you were 16. Just found. And back again to when you were 6. Just before you were stolen. That 10-year part of your life feels like it's erased or not present in this room. And you look up, and now you see a black marble altar underneath the stained glass window of what feels like the King's Hand Chapel. Except a familiar sight appears in front of you, where there once were 5 panels representing each of the 5 gods of Naledi, or at least the great Naledian crown. There is that 6th right next to Doramar, the being of conquest. Therein lies a black panel, dark as night. And at once, you know it to be Sea Day. And just above this black marble altar, you see a little black candle with a bright red flame.
I approach.
As you walk, you hear the echoing footsteps of your heel into the balls of your feet. You move one step at a time, slowly but surely. It feels as if it's a half eternity before you stand before this black altar. And you look at this blazing black candle and this red flame that ceases to flicker around you. It is unquenchable, an ever-burning crimson flame amongst this darkness, and yet everything feels cold. You feel the light of this crimson flame, but it chills you further. Instead of a warmth and a calming light that usually a candle would give in the darkness, this fills you with more and more vengeful thoughts. You instinctively twirl the ring on your finger with your thumb, moving it over and over again, staring at this crimson flame. And you hear a voice just in front of you on the other side of the altar. And it says, "This will be the first of my many gifts. I will reveal to you all who have wronged you. Some yet live, my child. We will start very soon." And you look up and you see your face staring back at you. Hands on the altar, grinning. "We will hurt them."
Can't wait to get started.
"That's my boy." Yeah! And you just like burst into this like flaming crimson eruption, and the black room turns red, and your vision blinds against this might of this inferno, and you wake in a cold sweat, and you look around, and everyone is as you left them, and you pant for a moment, and that chill subsides, and you feel a cold flame inside your heart. And we will end the session there.
Oh, also we just got raided though.
Oh no, guys! Guys, it's about time for us to go.
Make it keep going.
Ah,
now.
shit! What a poignant end, though. God damn it.
I know.
Well, here I will say this: for those of us who just joined and just raided, thank you so much for coming along. We hope. I know we're about to end the stream, unfortunately. So you came in a slightly inopportune time. However, this is what I will say. If it's your first time joining us, or if whoever led your raid who came in, Michaela, I don't know if you do.
House of Mac.
House of Mac, awesome. Well, thank you guys for checking us out and taking a look at what we're all about. we're just wrapping it up. We usually start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we play till about now or about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I usually try to end it where it is narratively effective.
Yeah.
So we're on our episode 11. We just finished, if it's your first time joining us, we just finished our sort of first 10 episodes. It's sort of our introductory arc to our campaign, our story, our world. Everything is entirely homebrew. And I think it's a really wonderful story. We've really grown, so we hope that you check us out relatively soon. We're gonna go into like sort of our end little announcements and whatnot. As you can see, we are sponsored by HelloFresh. So if you're new here and you haven't heard me say this, please, if you want to support the stream or if you just want to check us out, firstly, I would highly recommend checking out our YouTube channel. We have all of our uploaded VODs and stuff there, from episode 1 all the way to episode 10. I need to put like I think episodes 7 through 10 like back in the playlist, but we have a playlist dedicated to that. So you can follow along on our story if you'd like. We have a wiki as well that our friend of the show, Erin, who is also a streamer on Twitch, she's been putting together. And we're growing as best as we can, and we're just trying to put on a really fun. Thanks for the follow. I just saw that. We're just trying to put on a really wonderful show, do some interesting storytelling, and we're all stage actors in some way or another, and so we just have a lot of fun.
Also, yes, obviously check out the YouTube and everything. But if 10 whole episodes is very daunting to you,
yes,
you can start here. You can start with this
it's
spot.
Just
perfect.
starting
It's
new
totally
arc.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's a
I
great
would
spot.
highly
It's a
recommend.
great onboarding spot.
Yeah, if you think what you see is pretty cool, or if you like that last bit of role playing that we were doing, definitely take a look at the VOD. Watch us back. We're starting like this sort of next step in our story, and it's a really wonderful way to kick off. If you like what you see, check out the YouTube and everything like that, and join our Discord. Ask us some questions. We're always hanging around in there. We would love to talk to you. So we're just so happy that you joined us. I'm sorry that it just sort of didn't work out timing wise, but we're always most of the time, our schedule, our schedule is Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard to about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining us. I hope everyone enjoyed who got to watch. I know I enjoyed this session. I thought it was pretty fun. I was happy that we re-rolled on what you were looking for about
Me
Stan,
too.
Because I was like, oh, this will be very interesting, because like I had that ready for a long time. So last but not least, I'd like to thank HelloFresh once again for sponsoring our stream. If you use our code or our link to go to HelloFresh.com, you can get 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. Shipping's usually $10, so that's $10 off, and then the 16 free meals basically amounts to like half off on like pretty much every one of your orders for the next 6 orders, which is pretty awesome. I use HelloFresh. A bunch of us use HelloFresh, and we might have 1 or 2 other things going on with them relatively soon. We're basically sponsored by them for like the rest of the month, but this is the official sort of sponsored stream that we did. So if you're interested in that, maybe you just want some not cheap food, but like, you know what I mean? Like some good food that you're going to save some money on, I would definitely check them out. It's definitely way cheaper than fast food. It's super fulfilling because you get to make it yourself, and it's still really, most of them only take like 30 minutes to make. And they send you directions, and it's really fucking good. So highly recommend that. So
most importantly,
DM drinks.
last DM drinks. I'm out of Jamie. Can I slam your? Yeah. I'll one shot this. Do you mind that? All right,
shit,
everybody.
okay.
Well, signing off. Thanks for everything. Also, obviously, if you can't tell, we have channel rewards that affect us in game. You can make me drink. You can make our party drink. I'm gonna shoot this whole fucking thing. So hold on, I'm sort of blocking my own light.
That's good.
Yeah, full screen.
That's
yeah.
gonna be strong, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Anyways, thanks again, everybody. We'll see
thanks
you
for
soon.
coming. Come back next
Welcome.
week. Oh my god, you can see all the glitter. Holy shit.
That was tough.
I fucking bet.
Yeah, it was rough. Well, thanks very much, you guys. We'll see you soon. And
See you next week.
hopefully Wednesday comes pretty soon. So take it easy, guys.
Good night.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here, huh? Good shit, everybody. That was a good ass time.
I
God
really like the
dang.
idea of instead of it being like, is it Thursday yet?
That's fine.